Hello? Is this thing on correctly? Hello? Hi? Voyix, I'm releasing you from the jar. You're free. Sorry, I think we're all good. I think everything's set up correctly, hopefully. Let me double check to make sure. Are we live on? Yeah, we're live on YouTube. If that looks correct, I believe we're live on Twitch. Voyix, are you out of the jar? Can you breathe? Are you okay? I think I'm sure he's fine. He's fine. I'm sure that guy's doing great. I didn't make the Discord message. Let me do that real quick. Sorry, I was in a little bit of a rush. At everyone, happy Talk Sunday. And the link to the stream. And then we'll put a squirt in there too. Oh, hold on. 6244 squirt. And yeah, there we go. Perfect Discord announcement. We're all good. We should be live correctly, hopefully, right? Anyone there? Hello? I accidentally Io, you're set. Well, actually, Io, you fucked it up. You're first. Voyix was here, but just typing before the stream actually started. You're the first person to type. Congratulations, Io. It's hilarious that you fucked it up. Finally, you were first, and you said second instead, so that's pretty embarrassing. That's tragic. Dallas, hello. Hi, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Thunder Mountain, hello. How are you? Milk, hello. How's it going? Your many things, a bad idea is one of them. Thunder Mountain, have you recovered from the chocolate shrimp incident? Are you doing okay, or is that kind of like, has the mental toll like been too much to deal with? I guess. How are you doing? Who will give TNT Master a sense of accomplishment by comparison? That is a good point. That is a good point, Taoist. Do not, never kill yourself, etc. Very true. Ooh, Voyix. Voyix, get out of the jar, man. You're fine. Get out. The lid is open. You can leave, man. It's not even, you just climb. What the heck's the problem? Also, Alembic, hello. How's it going? Thunder Mountain, the shrimp changed you for the better or for the worse, you think? Is this like a what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, or is this like a like lifelong injury, debilitating type situation here? Would you say? Is that cool and handsome chatter Alembic? Maybe. Borse. I think you mean both, which fair enough, I suppose. Hold on. I actually have. Hold on. I left the pop out for last time's YouTube stream open. Still, I'm just realizing. Let me close that. There we go. That's been there for like 4 days. That's funny. Peepo cute. That's a good emote. That's a good emote. That should be in there. Yeah, Lemmick, you almost got it. You missed the C. The C was supposed to be uppercase, but close enough. Not crazy about the hot pink card frame, but you like the rock and roll floor. What is that? What is that for, Alembic? What is the... Oh, 10 challenges, I see. Very cool. Dagwood, hello. How's it going? Thank you for subscribing. Voyix, if I didn't say thank you as well. That's pretty crazy. It's a long time to be subscribed for. Thank you. So, hey, it's been a little while since I've streamed. Sorry about that. Missed a couple days. Has anything happened? Anything like any cool? I've been a little bit offline lately. Anything cool news events going on? I was at my friend's party the other night, which is pretty fun. Other than that, not too much. How you guys doing? There is war. Well, you hate to burst my bunker. Damn, dude, that's crazy. That's a good one though. That is a +2. Yeah, that's I did hear about. You know what was actually really funny? I was sitting on the couch next to my friends. This is very very weird and very millennial coded. I know this. I'm self-aware enough of this at least. But lately, what my friends have been doing sometimes when we do like these sort of like party hangout things. Not everyone does it, and this time actually like only half of people did it. But lately, we've been like preparing like what's supposed to be like a small PowerPoint presentation to present at the party, and then like someone is crowned the winner, and we have like a 3D printed out crown that we give to whoever wins the PowerPoint, basically. And I was sitting on the couch watching someone's PowerPoint next to my friend. Is it a Burger King crown? No, it's like a little bit like thicker. It's a little bit thicker, and so I'm sitting there watching this PowerPoint about something. I don't remember which one it was specifically. And my friend like taps my shoulder. I look over. He shows me. I think he's got like an Apple Watch. He shows me on his Apple Watch, America has bombed 3 nuclear sites in Iran, and I'm like, oh, huh. That seems like significant news. Okay. Well, time to learn about this Miss America Diary series, I guess, or whatever. So that was cool. That was neat. Oh, that's a war on your Apple Watch. Exactly, Alembic. Exactly. That's pretty much how it was for me. Also, Molly, how am I red pilled exactly? I love. What do you mean? Also, hi Molly. How's it going? Hopefully you are doing well. Molly pilled. Molly pilled. True. True. You sure do like living through historical events? I mean, we'll see. You said I was self-aware. Molly, I think you need to Google what being red-pilled means. I think we might be not on the... I mean, I guess in the literal sense that in the actual Matrix movie, when you take the red pill, you are aware of the Matrix. But I don't think... In a modern context, being red pill is a much different thing. So, yeah. Cash, when the lore video? I just mentioned the PowerPoint. I just mentioned the PowerPoint thingy. I've mentioned this before on stream, this idea. I did my PowerPoint on this idea for my friends. It was the concept of whether or not the majority of creatures on this train were in fact monsters. So Cash, no lore video, but there might be a shiny shoe hit piece coming soon about whether or not this is legitimately a monster train or it is a train with some monsters on it. Because like I'm just like saying, like, some of these things, like, for example, I think, like, the most monstrous of the clans, in my opinion, maybe not percentage-wise, but just, like, as far as their vibes, I think you gotta give it to the Umbra clan. When you look at the units in this clan, they are, like, look, this is a fucking monster. This is a monster, man. You seeing this? That's a monster. Penumbra, that's a monster, right? These guys are, that's a fucking monster. These are freaks of nature, right? These guys are monsters, right? Monstrous Penumbra, exactly, Alembic, exactly. It makes sense. But, like, a Space Shrimp also, hello, how's it going? But then, sorry, if you look at something like, for example, I don't know, the Banished, for example, they're just angels. They're angels and birds. These are angels and birds. They're not monsters. This guy is not a monster. He's just a guy. He's just a bird, man. That's not a monster. But demons aren't monsters. Listen, I still stand by that assessment. I think demons and monsters are 2 separate things. But again, you'll have to wait for my video for me to break down exactly why they're not monsters. What is the ultimate monster if not man? Listen, no. Wrong. Men are men, they're not monsters. Think people are the real monsters? No, again, they're not. I had a whole thing in my presentation about Arechi, and about how, like, who's the real monster, Frankenstein or Frankenstein's monster? It's fucking Frankenstein's monster, obviously. Frankenstein's just a guy, he's an asshole. He's evil, but he's not the monster. It's Arechi's monster is the monster. Stephen Miller, he's just an asshole. But Cranberry the metaphor? No nuance allowed. No nuance. Nuh-uh. I reject subtext, I reject nuance, absolutely. Frankenstein's monster is the monster. Duh. Also, Farrah, I don't think I said hi, but hello. How's it going? Lucky, hello, how's it going? Well, I'm about to call you a monster if you see me eat Taco Bell on the toilet. Cash, don't do that. That's against the rules. You're gonna get in trouble for that one. Thunder Mountain it is not a monster train, it is a train made by, ridden by, but in and of itself it is not a monster, it's a rad train. Thunder Mountain, I reject the premise that it's even predominantly monsters in the train. I think monsters are probably the plurality, but they're not even the majority. Right? So I don't think you can call it a monster. Do we call trains, like, even like, we don't call trains human trains, right? Even they have mostly humans on them. Are Awoken? So in my presentation, Voyix, Awoken's a very interesting mix here, right? Because I think something like Animus of Will and Animus of Speed, for example, I think these are much more akin to something like a Dryad. And Dryads definitely are on the border of monster or nature spirit. They're close. They're close. It's hard to say, but something like, for example, like Shattered Shell, this is a monster. This is a monster. Thorned Hollow, Cash might see a beautiful creature here, but this is a monster. Right? But yeah, but Edgeprior, that's just a guy. I don't even know what's in there. But like, that's not a monster as far as I'm concerned. We can't just assume he's a monster because he's wearing a shadowy cloak. That's profiling. I don't do that. You know what's actually a really interesting case? A genuine interesting case here? What is wilting sapwood? Because if I were to translate this in like Dungeons and Dragons terms, for example, I would say wilting sapwood is probably an ent. I think an ent is the closest thing to what this is like a comparison to, right? And in Lord of the Rings, ents are not monsters. They're just tree people. They're not even like bad guys. They're good guys. They're not. I don't think they're monsters. This guy is calling all of the evil characters just a guy, and then looking at their victims and going, "You are evil." No, I'm not. Also, Schultz, hello. Monster is a team named Monster vs. Heaven. But why is the team named Monster if they're not even all monsters? They should be team like Hell because they're all from Hell. Hearing a lot of virtue signaling from a guy trying to deny all these monsters their preferred identities. Listen, I'm just saying that we need to critically analyze this shit. This guy is looking at a murder victim and going, yeah, they're pretty ugly and the murderer is pretty. Very true. Very true. Very true. Have you been mispronouncing ents your whole life? What have you been calling ents, Molly? Like, what have you been what you call them eents? I don't even understand like how you goofed this one. Steel Stinger is for space. Yeah, Steel Stinger's always been for space. Also, Steel Stinger, by the way, I think this is a monster too. Steel Stinger for me makes it on the team monster here. ENTs. So you've been pronouncing like each letter in ent basically. You've been saying like E and T. Like you've just been spelling it out instead of saying the name. Yeah, Molly, why did you why? The correct way? No. I've never heard anyone ever call them ENTs. Like, literally ever. They aren't anymore. The Banish are former heaven. The Luna are from space. Listen, Thunder Mountain. This will all be discussed in my Shiny Shoe hit piece. Because the spoilers here is that I think a lot of these are actually not even monsters, basically. But Voyix is bringing up a good point. Like, we do need to define what a monster is. And I think monstrous is a gradient, right? I think there's some sort of sliding scale, and I don't know where you actually make the cutoff for something being a monster. And in fact, thinking about it, because here's another funny point too. Guess what, fuckers? Sorry to keep going back to here, but guess what? There's one really weird corner case in this game, right? It is a common unit here. Sanguine Assistant. This fucker is a vampire. It's the only vampire that we could agree this is a vampire, right? She's got a tooth. It's a vampiric tooth. This is a fucking vampire, right? And I think conventional wisdom is that vampires are monsters, right? They're one of like the classic OG like big three monster types. You have vampires, werewolves, and zombies. What about Overworked Assistant? Voyix. I think the Overworked Assistant is a monster because he is some sort of reanimated corpse. Again, the big three monsters. Vampires, werewolves, zombies. This is definitely a zombie. He might be still a sentient sapient zombie, but he's a reanimated corpse. He's an undead. Vampires stole cash from us. Now, what about the big back guy? You know, I think he's just kind of a freak. I think he just maybe has a condition. I don't know if he's a monster. Also, I actually, what I really don't know is what's up with his face. Is that like he's missing an arm? Well, I wouldn't fucking, you know, just because someone is missing, you know, a limb doesn't make them a monster. Boy, that's kind of fucked up. But like, what's going on? Is his face? Is that like a bag or is that his skin? I don't know if he's a monster. This is actually a pretty close one. But his missing limbs isn't monsters, but having extra limbs is. I think it depends on how. I think there's a limit to how many limbs you can have extra where you become a monster. I don't know. Like obviously the Hydra-handed horror is a monster. It's the fact that it's like, you know, it's got so many extra arms. I think if you had one extra arm, I think you'd be pretty chill. I think if you have like 7 extra arms, that's where you're kind of like getting into monster territory. Why are we all digging this hole? Because it's a funny hole to dig into, I guess. I don't know. Big Oscar Pistorius defender. Listen. I don't want to say he's innocent. But, you know, separate the art from the artist. He did a great job getting... He didn't even win, right? Isn't that the whole thing is that he was in the Olympics, he didn't even win any medals? So I guess don't even separate the art from the artist. I don't care. Plain white ENTs. Molly, I don't know what you're talking about anymore. You know we're talking about the trees, right, Molly? The tree people? I don't know what you're... I actually don't even know what you're talking about anymore, I'm sorry to say. Plain white trees was right there. Damn, true. That is true. Molly, you're getting the tree people mixed up with the ear, nose, and throat doctors? Maybe. Oh, I'm Lustrous. Hello. How's it going over there in YouTube chat? You guys want to play the game? And I want. We don't have to use this the entire day, probably, but I do want to show it off. And I do want to, especially, he's not here right now, but I want to give a shout out to Leonard. Leonard made an update to our Monster Train wheel here. Yeah, let me bring it over here real quick. Ah, shit. There we go. So he made an update to the Monster Train wheel. There's a little gear now in the top right corner you can click on. And you can now select and deselect what can show up in the wheel when you spin it. So it's like, for example, I didn't do this yet, but no spoilers, I guess. But today's run, it was, what was it? It was Primordium. Who was the second clan? I actually forget what today's video was, I guess, already. No, it was Primordium Hellhorn. So, for example, I'm not going to say that I definitely won or not, right? But if I wanted to, I can go down here and I can check off Primordium Hellhorn, and now it won't show up when I spin the wheel. So I think this is a pretty cool thing that Leonard cooked up. I want to give him, again, a big shout-out. You can just DM him, I guess, to ask for it if you want, or if you... in today's YouTuber, you can see it there as well. You'll be honest, this is an amazing hill to die on, and you'll love to see a YouTube video categorizing all Monster Train 2 characters as monsters / not monsters. That's basically the plan. It'll be very funny. It obviously won't be very serious. It'll be mostly just for fun. But I think it would be a good video, basically. Wheelie Wednesday when? Right now, Molly, it's Wheelie Wednesday right now. Let's do it. That was made by him? Yes, it was. And according to Leonard, we're now playing Alt Melting Alt Hellhorn today. So hooray. Let's get this out of the way. There we go. It's Cum Sock Sunday. I don't know if it's that, IO. Oh, by the way, I at the party that I went to last night, I was asking listen, this might come as a shock to you, and this is it's a little bit of a brag, I guess, but I do have a couple of gay friends, and I asked them at the party, hey, listen, I've had this issue where I want to, have some sort of pro-pride message in my stream titles, but I'm not gay. I feel like a lot of times people like use pride as, you've seen people sometimes they use their allyship as a weird way to kind of, I don't know how to describe it exactly, but it comes off a little bit weird and jaded sometimes, I think. So I asked them how do I have some sort of pro pride message in my stream titles while not trying to be weird about it, and they were like, oh dude, just say they just say not gay in the title of the stream as well. So there you go. We've done it. Also, exclamation point pride as well. Very true. Very true. You already have gay chatters. Is that not enough? Yeah, but I don't trust your opinions, generally speaking. My friends, they're smart people. You guys, I mean, you're watching me, so how smart could you really be when you think about it? So that's the solution we landed on here. And let's play the game. What did I roll? It was alt melting. Is it alt hellhorn? Let me double check. Actually, hold on. It was in fact alt hellhorn. There we go. Very cool. Keep it on random pyre hearts, and we'll boot it up here. Now YouTube chat, I would never assume is not smart. They're the most intelligent people I've ever seen, for sure. But the Twitch chat, I don't know about those guys. Maybe maybe we should have some of the YouTube chat come over here to pump up the numbers for a potential partner push. Not really, doesn't matter, but. Hey, Voyix. Oh, this is a great question, Voyix. I've got a YouTube chatter, Volcano, over here, asking you, the Lore Master, are any of the Monster Train characters canonically gay? Are any of these, can you confirm or deny this? Now, Voyix, this is a good chance, this is a good setup to just choose. You can now just definitively say one of them is gay, and no one will be able to question you. You have supreme power here, Voyix. Who is it? Mateus, hello, how's it going? How's it going? Hopefully you are well. Sorry you don't lie. Okay, you know what? Fair enough. None of them? Wow. Voyix claims not a single one is gay. I mean, I'll just tell you though, as far as pride is concerned, Transcendent, it's in the name, probably trans, so, there you go. Happy Pride, etc. Do wax people even have gender? Are they gender fluid? I think it depends, maybe. None of them are confirmed as gay within the base game lore. What about the Monster Train Extended Universe, Voyix? Wax people can reform to have big tits if they want. It is canon. Okay, probably gender fluid then. Probably gender fluid for the most part. Anyway, let's play the game. Godzilla kind of fucked up from the devs not to have gay representation inside the game, if you ask me. Hey, it's not too late. You can leave now. You can unfollow. Listen, maybe in the DLC they'll reveal more information about this. Oh my God, Cloud Strife from Final Fantasy VII, following my stream. Thank you, Cloud Strife. I love when you do the Buster Sword. What are they called? Limit breaks. I love when you do Omni Slash. It's my favorite move. Very cool. So right off the bat here, I mean, maybe Firelight Fade with Paraffin Enforcer is a pretty safe pick here, especially with Draft. But we'll see what we get here. We have Pyre of Savagery too. This is a weird one. I think I want to go for Firelight, but if we don't see Firelight, we could try to make Little Icarus work. We'll see. I don't know. We have Firelight and Icarus. Taking a break from the sword. That's fair. That's fair. Firelight Fade is low-key OP. I think I gotta go Firelight here. I want to play Little Icarus, but I don't want to play Little Icarus while, because as far as can anyone confirm if the Little Icarus bug is gone. The spike slay bug, is that still a thing? I didn't see any patch notes recently. I imagine it's still an issue, but you don't think it is? But you've never seen it. Didn't you play with it once, Voyix? I thought I remember you played a run with little Icarus not working correctly. You don't think the bug is gone? Gotcha. Okay, we're gonna play Firelight for sure then. Icarus still bug. Thank you, Illustrious. Very cool. Illustrious, you did. I forget. I was seeing before you did. Did you hit 180 out of 180? I know you. I saw where you hit the not 180 out of 180, but you hit the point where it was like you had the 180 out of the Covenant 10 wins, not the Titan wins. I think, right? You did hit the 180. Congrats. Very cool. Well, I think Illustrious, you're the first person that I've heard of that wasn't a beta tester who has hit 180. So congrats on that. That's very cool. What was the bug? Yeah, if Little Fade slays someone with her spikes but is killed on the same hit, she does not get her slay trigger, which on Little Icarus Fade is very, very important. Especially, you know, early on, right? We're seeing the Underlegion, it seems like there is a proletariat and bourgeoisie situation going on with the high society shrooms and the everyman soldiers. I think that's neat. Yeah, but there's like, what's weird, Olympic, is there's no real like class. Like there's obviously there's class, but there's like no classism really. There's no like actual like the rich are exploiting the poor. It seems more like everyone's kind of equal in society, but just like the rich people just like going around and being what's the word? It begins with a D. It's like it's like it's not dilettante. It's something like that. I'm not the word. Whatever the word is, I'm not saying it right. I don't know. But they're all like fancy people. I guess aristocrats probably the good word for it. They're aristocrats, but they're not like exploiting the fungi, as far as I can tell at least. It's just like it's like high school. It's like the popular kids, and then you have the fucking mushrooms basically. Oh, Zips, hello Zips, how's it going, friend? Hello. Is the word dilettante? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Whatever. I'm not sure. They're throwing Great Gatsby-style parties while the poor mushrooms labor and starve. Are the poor mushrooms laboring and starving? The vibe I get, Dad, what is it? The poor mushrooms, they're not poor. They're just not interested. They actually just care about, like, being soldiers more. I don't know. Debutante, thank you, friend. That's the word I was looking for. Is the word Bob Dylan? The word was Bob Dylan. Thank you, Voyix, as well. Jackstrips. So we're in a weird spot because we're obviously in a clan where like Flicker's Liquor is usable because we have so many units, right? But I think the problem with Flicker's Liquor for me usually is that like you just usually don't need to even exploit this for value for it to even be good. I don't know. We're in a weird spot ultimately, I guess is my issue. And Jackstrips is also just fine. But I think with this many units, I think I'm supposed to just take Flicker's Liquor here and be okay with it. But I don't know. Weird spot. If we were against Entropy or Corruption, I think I would take Jackstrips here. But against Savagery, because it's not that useful against the backliners in this fight, I think we just go with Flicker Liquor and try to do something cool. Strips is such an easy take, though. Danny, again, if it was Corruption Seraph or if it was Entropy, for sure Jackstrips. Because it's Savagery Seraph, you need to play top floor to even kill the sweepers before they get to you. And even then, the chosen sweepers live. And then you don't even want to play top floor usually because you want to try to like kill the amalgams early, right? So I think it's a bit of a bait here. Jackstrips are basically free invasion trials. That's also true as well, I guess. Your Revive of Monster Train 2 clans are just banished are pissed at Heaven for clipping their wings. Pyreborn like money. Luna Coven got the fucking moon blown up. Under Legion, you don't know, and Last League is just Arechi doing freaky shit. That is true. That is true. Debutante is it? Oh, I didn't realize debutantes were specifically only women. I thought that could be either person. I thought it was a non-gendered term. Interesting. CS, you're late. You're not that late. We're just starting the first run. We're just starting the first run. You haven't really missed too much. Pun Pun, do you like maybe want to hang out sometimes and watch China Factory Incident Compilation new on your Live League account? Pun Pun, I don't want to fuck with you, man. I asked you like 3 weeks ago, fucking want to play Monster Train, and you fucking said no, basically by saying you're busy. So you know, frick this guy. I'm not watching cool Chinese accidents on Live League with you. Yeah, exactly. Frowny face emoji. Very true. You got the drop? What CS? What is the drop? What does that mean? Oh, in what's it called? Shit, I know what you're talking about. In Warframe. You got the drop. Now CS, did you get the loot box, or did you get the right item out of the loot box as well? Did you double up, or is it just the initial drop? You play Harvest, strips will force you to play bottom or middle. You know what? I need to probably reevaluate Wickless Tycoon. Or Wickless Baron, I mean, because Wickless Baron definitely might be better than I give him credit for right now in the current state of the game. I'm not sure about that one. I'm gonna play mid floor here. I don't know why, but mid floor seems right to me. We'll see how it goes. Also, did I say hi, Danny? I'm not sure if I said hi or not. Hello, how's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Want to reform this imp, I guess. You need to finish your next. You're making a Next Fest video, Voix. Is it like you're making like a cool like wrap up video essay about like all the Next Fest games? That sounds pretty sick. That sounds pretty radical, dude. Okay, love this for draft here. That's big. Guess we just burn the fuck out here, huh, folks? Cool, pass turn. This is true, he didn't say hi to you. I said hi to you, and I even made fun of you for saying first when you weren't even first, or whatever. Ah, shit. How could this happen to me? I'm losing my Enforcer. Alexa, play fucking Despacito, man. I'm gonna play you. Play you pass turn here. And you know what's fucked up too here, if I get the little fade here? I think you burn out still first, right? Oh, you don't burn out. Fuck yeah, let's go. Big. Event pass. This is a little bit spooky, man. You wrote the script and recorded it already. You just gotta edit down and put the footage together. Every time you open DaVinci, you fall asleep. Voyix, I hope the video is cool and good. What a bastard game. These guys might actually hold it down for us here, though. That's pretty neat. I want to play the Queen's Impling, but I also don't want it to be in the Reform pool. And I don't want to feed your rail a little bit of extra rage here, so I'm just going to play Vent and pass. Voice, did you play Femboy Fuda House? What did you think of that one? That game is in your B-roll footage of scrolling the Next Fest, no joke. You're going to have to blur it out or some shit. Damn. Also, damn, we're winning this. Okay, cool, actually. Never mind, end turn. Let's go. Baron is very good with Firelight Fade, especially if you can start her Death Loop. That makes sense to me. Sounds pretty decent. I'm going to take Wicklash here. We have an Enforcer. We're playing Firelight. That kind of makes sense. And I'm going to go with Ritual here, I think. I think Fade... Mary, what the fuck? Wrong order. Don't press the illegal button first. What the hell? Can you do that? I think I'm going to play Ritual here. I think Fledgling gets in the way of being able to consistently reanimate Little Fade with Primitive Mold. So Ritual me here, I think, on this one. You predicted that you predicted I'll get Wax Snuffer in this run. That'd be pretty cool. I would like that. That'd be a pretty solid one. He's that much of a bad boy. I can't ban him, so I guess he is. One thing you'll say about early Firelight is that you might not want to play any other units on the floor below, so they don't die and clutter the pool. That is true. That is a good point. How do you guys feel about dualism on Paraffin Enforcer. I think my current, especially with Firelight Fade, I think I do not want quick. I think we want either multi and multi again, or multi dual stone on Paraffin Enforcer. I think with the drafts, I got to imagine that dualism is actually pretty viable here. I suspect it is, at least, but maybe it's not. I'm not sure. You love these goofy ass German emoji names. That is a pretty good one, Voyix. Spoons is your third time randoming into Heart of the Pact in a row, about ready to start picking your pyre. Most random pyre heart selectors, or 99% of pyre heart selectors, quit before hitting Fire is Greed, etc. Burnout plus, Dualism plus Burnout Stone. I guess I can see the logic there, Dualism plus Burnout Stone, because you can, like, in theory, pretty consistently kill Little Fade before you burn out. I see the logic, but I think you need multi on a Paraffin Enforcer, man. I'm not sure. I think you need it there. Ooh, Voyix, I did not see Gabriot's Pyre Heart tier list. Now that's I'm just gonna say it without even seeing it. I'm fairly confident his tier list is 100% correct. Dude's got, like, what is it, Voyix? Was it like 800 hours in the game right now, something like that? I trust Gabriot's tier list to pretty much just be correct at this point. He's played enough to know for sure. Some of them I'm still now. His top two are Dominion and Malika. That's hot, Voyix. Now is this? I got to assume this is under the conditions of being able to select your Pyre Heart, right? This is not random Pyre Hearting. I have to assume, because as we all know, Dominion Pyre Heart is like a good way to brick early starts sometimes, right? Random question, does Titanite work in Corruption? Yes, Titanite works on pretty much every damage source, I believe, El Chapo. Also, hello. I gotta assume, because I can't in good faith give Dominion a top tier ranking if we're assuming random Pyre Hearts. That one I just don't agree with. Let me see if he said, I'm curious to know, Voyix. Maybe I just think Gabriel's, maybe I think he's wrong then. Which, again, he's got way more playtime than me. I could also be wrong. Leonard, hello. Sorry, I did not say hello to you. My bad. Sorry, Leonard. I gave you a big shout out at the start of the stream too when we talked about the new addition to the wheel. So everyone, please applaud Leonard. Round of applause. What a cool dude. Great job, Leonard. Good work. You find Dominion Pyre boring, so you would rank it low. Interesting. Anyway, sorry. Going back to this thing here, the actual decision we're making, I just feel like you need multi on Enforcer, though, still. No matter what you're doing here, I know, like, in theory we can play the drafts, but the problem with the drafts is that they're not banner units, so they're not consistent. And I think we just... Oh, do I just take the dualism, though? Dualism is very interesting. From the perspective of what these are doing for me in a hard run. Voyix, I mean, yeah, so it's not, I think this is fair to say. I mean, maybe that is random then. I don't know, man, that's interesting. Because a hard run can be hard because he made it random. That's weird. I mean, surely, I imagine, and maybe I'm wrong. I imagine most people would say that specifically with a character like Baron Grail as your champion, that Dominion is not worth losing your assistants because of how important they are for your champion in the early and even mid-game, right? So I don't know. And I know, Voyix, you did win with it, right? You did win with Dominion Pyre and Baron Grail losing your assistants, right? But I think it is still... you didn't even win? Oh, never mind then. I think it's not unwinnable. It's not like a guaranteed loss, I think it's fair to say. Almost nothing in this game is a guaranteed loss. Yeah, that's true as well, boys. You didn't even know what Baron Grail did when you played it, right? Exactly. So, but it is like, I think it's pretty fair to say it's a net negative. Pyre Dominion in that circumstance. But I don't know. The thing about Grail is that his clan is so OP you can ignore him if you see the right pieces, right? Obviously, you can still get unlucky in the Lazarus League. So, He's not top tier, but definitely a solid A tier Pyre simply by the fact of removals and drafting. I think in most, not in most clans, in a decent number of clans, the sheer amount of removals Dominion gives you is huge. It is a huge value. Now the trade-off there is just the low pyre HP. So I don't know. Sorry, I got a fair. I'm re-rolling. Give me multi here, please. Yeah, they don't give me multi. They give me Speed Stone and Smidge Stone. Jeff, hello. Here you go. I'll allow that. Hey, it's not too late. You can. Ooh, Ghastly Wolf. Hello. Thank you for following. Make it out while you still have a chance. Dude, I think if we weren't playing Little Fade, actually, you know what? Maybe, you know what? I changed my mind again, I think, here. I can fuck with Speedstone, I think, on Paraffin Enforcers. Because, we have Whiplash. So we're not super reliant on Little Fade for the Burnout extension here. So I'll go quick multi here, and it should be maybe fine. We'll see, I don't know. Oh, we get a Baron here, too. Nice. Holy fuck, Pun Pun, the Thanos Glorpass. That is a lot of stuff going on there, Pun Pun. That is true. He is making a lot of emotes happen on that one. Thundermouth, you have to return. What have you missed? We're on fight. We're on ring. We've been talking a lot, Thundermouth. This has been a very yap-heavy stream, I'm sorry to say. We've been mostly just vibing and chatting and not actually playing the game very much. I don't think -1 draw is that big of an issue here, though it could cause issues where if you don't, like, reform Little Fade in an important turn, the whole run can fall apart, but I'm not too worried. It should be fine. Hard to get unlucky with Dominion drafts. That is the Volcano, that is true. But you can miss on the drafts. Don't think that the drafts guarantee you'll find good things. You certainly can miss on the drafting as well. Like, imagine this, right? Imagine Baron Grail, and on your unit drafts, I don't know what your secondary clan is, but imagine your banner drafts on Grail are like, I don't even know, not the hulking mass, the other monstrosity that has the reanimate effect, like the 12/12 that reanimates for 12 armor AoE. Imagine that guy, and then, like, I don't know, there's other clunkers in the clan. That guy, and maybe, like, Plague Doctor, with, like, no way to buff Plague Doctor's attack, right? Like, things can go bad, basically is what I'm trying to say. Chillin', dude, well, that's a good one, Voyix, that's a good one. You just never missed. It can happen. Is this Wild Frost? This is Wild Frost, true. I'm going to try to play bottom floor here with these guys, and I think just not even play the other floors and keep them empty. We'll see. Xanth! Xanth, hello. Hi, Xanth. I have learned how to be a good streamer, and not only thank people for rating, but do the shout-out command for Xanth. Shout-out Xanthos Phoenix. I probably spelled that correctly. Hopefully. That's Xanth. That's for sure Xanth. Thank you for the raid, Xanth. How did you win your last run? Was it cool stuff? Did it go well? Oh, Kamoy is here too. Kamoy, hi Kamoy. Hello, how are you? Hopefully you are well. I'm gonna vent here for sure. Sus, by the way. That looks pretty good. Okay. And then I immediately miss my 5 primitive molds. It's gonna be that kind of day today, folks. Okay. Well, you know what? Draft, get in there, buddy. Start beating ass. Help, you're being punished. Kamoy, who's punishing you? What's going on? What's wrong? Well, that's not a great draw here, I gotta say. Check Voyix's Discord general. I'm a little busy right now, Kamoy. I am doing a live stream currently. So as much as I'd love to go check it out, I'm gonna have to temporarily decline while I scream into the void. I'll put this here too for now. That seems fine. If you stop falling down the stairs and being sick, you want to stop getting made fun of. That would probably help, Kamoy. I'm not trying to victim blame here, but I do think if you stop falling down the stairs, it would maybe help out a little bit with not being made fun of as much. Count. Hello, Count Butt Fartula. Welcome to the stream. You enjoyed the video with Voyix. Double teaming runs is fun. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. This is maybe a weird request. Can you? That's you. Can you maybe change your username? Because I feel like I can't just constantly call you Count Butt Fartula. Absolutely not. You know what? Fair enough. Stand by your convictions or whatever. Fuck me. I can get a little bit extra damage in here with Draft as well. This is a little bit tedious here, folks, I gotta say. And these guys are leaking only for one hit, though, so that's fine. Maybe your YouTube chatters are actually cool. Yeah, they're doing pretty funny stuff over there sometimes, I gotta say. That one's pretty base for sure. Glorpsune Miku. Fair. Also, dude, they're the primitive molds, man. What the fuck? Your hobby, even watching The Sopranos, is so good. It is a pretty good show, I agree. Love The Sopranos. Okay, so we're gonna just get an actual worst case scenario hits here, it looks like, folks. That's pretty sick. Apparently I shouldn't have taken negative card draw. I lost. We're dead. That's it, folks. It's over. Damn. Well, what did we learn today, folks? Bad game, Pyre Savagery, bad Pyre, and Little Fade sucks, actually. Spike guy spiked another one. Very true. GG, good stream. Stream over. Yep, it's over. Okay. Is there any request for a specific combo? Or do you guys want to do the wheel again? What are you feeling? I think it was 100% winnable. If I didn't take the trial, for sure, I think the negative card draw really fucked us over. I played I think I ended up playing the Inkling for Greed too, so it would snipe the what's it called? The collector, and that ended up being pretty bad for us too, because in the next turn we reformed and hit the Inkling. I think it was greedy, but also very unlucky. But sometimes that's what you do. You get punished for your greed. Wheel, please. Baron Grailer wheel. Do sentient wheel. I'm gonna play the Squid plus default Luna. You know what? Listen, I gotta, give Leonard as much exposure as possible here. Give me the wheel. Run it back, wheel. Hopefully we don't get the same thing again. What do we got today, folks? Alt Luna Coven and Alt Under Legion. Very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see it. Kamoy, this has been you today. They're putting you in jail? Based? Alt Luna Coven. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Sorry, hold on. Alt Luna Coven, Alt Under Legion. Let's get back in there. You were close, Sexy Bugman it is. It is Sexy Bugman time, you're not wrong. Yeah, you trust the wheel's working? Leonard, the wheel's been perfect so far. I've had no issues. Good work. I've only spun it a couple times, but it's been good. How do we feel about this start here? We have a lot of, obviously, like, spawn focus here with both Infectory and Cluster Kernel. Gravity kind of cool as well. Cluster Kernel lol. What's your problem with Cluster Kernel, boys? You don't like this guy? Pun Pun? You know, Pun Pun, that's fair, that's fair. Do nothing, win the game? I think on his own he doesn't just win the game. I think we need, like, the rally guy at least to win the game with him. But we'll see what we get. We will see what we get here. Is it just you, or is it Woken Ass? Illusion, hello, how's it going? Maybe. I don't know. I think that there may be a little bit in the week. I think, like, the things that are strong about them are still strong. Sweepers are still incredibly strong in this game, maybe stronger than ever. So having access to both Husk Hermit and Shattered Shell is pretty cool, right? Razor Sharp Edge is still a pretty not by today's standards not that good of a spell, but it's okay. Razor Sharp Edge is still pretty decent. Animus of Will, also a pretty viable unit to carry you with. But I think, like, the Hollows are fairly worse. I think that's kind of fair to say. I think they kind of have fallen off a little bit. Although they do like Titanite. Titanite existing is pretty cool for them. I don't know, actually. I don't know. We'll see. You feel like in-game armor is good. Slay can be great or awful, and the third is absolute cheeks. Yeah, this one seems pretty horrible to me. I kind of like the Slay. It's a fun game to try to, like, maximize the value of Ardoon. And then usually you don't need, in my opinion, by the end game, I feel like 20 conduit on this guy baseline is enough with, like, any Mage Blade, like, you know, user to be pretty strong then. Like, you get, like, obviously the sweeper is pretty good, but you have a lot of options here for, like, good units to hold, like, a, whatchamahooza. You have a lot of good units to hold, like, a Moonlit Glaive, and it should be pretty strong. You kind of love Battleborn so far. I've had Battleborn be weak sometimes. Now, Tuning Fork, unfortunately, only half as good here because Moon Ritual is already free, but Spore Touch also being free is a good thing. So I'm pretty happy to have this here. Battleborn, Rule 34, Reddit. Kamoy? Hello? Dragon, hello, how's it going? Mystic Hammer's most consistent path? What is this, slander? I don't fuck with the Mystic Hammer, man. I don't know. I just find him to be kind of annoying. I feel like you don't get enough payoff for him in the end, too. But you know what? Here's the thing, Illustrious. We could all be wrong. We all can and maybe are just wrong. Also, with Tuning Fork, I feel like this is pretty free. Yeah, this feels like a pretty free pickup here. We'll take that. Anyway, what's up? Not much, not much. What's up with you? Hopefully you're doing well. My gut here is something just like this, where we play Ardoon behind the mushroom stack, and hopefully pick up some nice slays here. Kamoy, what's your problem? What's the issue? What's the issue here, Kamoy? Ooh, we do have a problem here, actually, too, I'm now realizing. Oh, you know what we can do, actually, though? We can move you up. Let's move you up to accelerate the timeline so that way Ardoon kills you, hopefully soon. And then you'll be killed by the mushroom stack, so get rid of you. Pass turn. Lovely. Great. Yeah, out of this. Yeah, it's a great... what do you mean? It's a great emote, Kamoy. What's your problem? Kamoy, I didn't realize you were so sex negative. And on... I mean, I guess Pride Month isn't necessarily sex positivity, but it's in Pride as well. Kamoy, what the fuck? You hate sex, Gur? Can she do that? Is she allowed to hate sex? You know, Kamoy, maybe this is why you're getting bullied so much, Kamoy. I don't know. Slay Path is fragile. If you don't get armor gen or tank unit, he can just up and die. Yeah, but we're gonna have like fungi, and I think even with like just like a cluster kernel and like minimal support otherwise, I think your fungi can be a pretty effective tank usually. You can unfollow. Although maybe not always. I don't know.
While you still have a chance.
You know, I can and have been wrong before. Okay, let's get the Infectory in here. Let's play my Vengeful Shard. Let's put this back here too. You get bullied because you're too base and the haters are trying to get you down. True. True and real. Okay, let me think here. I believe that, and I could be wrong. I could believe you're probably going to be leaking actually as it stands right now because it'll hit. Oh wait, no, it'll hit in mushroom. I need to get you weaker actually. I need to get you weaker so that way Ardoon kills you. Uh-oh. It's going to be a close one here, folks. Let's see. 38? Yeah, we actually don't get there. I fucked up on this one with the maths. We don't get the lethal. He dies, we don't get the slay, I should say specifically. That's the issue. You get this slay, and you will just keep, I guess, hitting you for whatever. It doesn't matter too much. Doesn't matter too much. Play the chime, pass turn. You're wrong. Slay path can get silly damage numbers by the end, but you personally dislike the haste of needing to babysit every slay. I mean, that is true. It does require a lot of annoying, dumb numbers for sure. I think is actually incredibly true. But like, I think it's pretty powerful. I think it's worth the trade-off basically. I think I don't. Maybe this is like, duh. I just like permascaling, man. I don't know. I think it's just very fun. I'm just down to scale, I guess, basically. Okay, so right now as it stands, we're slaying on the champion actually, and then Cluster Colonel's killing the backline. So that's good. I'll take that. That seems correct. This reminds me, you got called a Puritan by Codecimal yesterday because he misunderstood your message and it fucked with you so much mentally. You're watching Gone Girl and he called one of the characters a fucked up gooner. Decimal thought you were calling the director a fucked up gooner. I mean, this sounds like a miscommunication that maybe you should have clarified then, Zips. I think your problem is not the Codecimal, your problem is, like, explaining what you mean, I guess? I don't know. You never seen Gone Girl you missed yesterday? It's fine. I don't know. Maybe it's good. I saw it. I don't think much of it. I think it's just kind of whatever. Glaro. Kamoy, why do you hate our emotes? I can't believe this lady. It's fucked up, man. Gone Girl was not your movie. You didn't like the part at the end where she... spoilers, by the way, for Gone Girl to like a fucking 12-year-old movie or whatever. Spoilers for Gone Girl. You didn't like the part, Voyix, where she freaking stabbed Neil Patrick Harris because he helped her or whatever. There's a poor innocent man who did nothing wrong. Pun Pun is pissing on Gilda. That doesn't sound right. I don't think he's doing that. Zam, no beanie on a Sunday. Why am I so freaky? I don't know. That movie was just everybody sucks and nobody is happy. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Oh, you know what's really funny about that movie? The when I watched it, it was in theaters. This was, what was it, 2013? My younger brother had some sort of like not like some sort of he was in like band in high school, right? He was a trumpet player. He was really good. He made like a bunch of like area band, like regional band stuff. I had to bring him to some sort of performance or something. I had to drive him somewhere. I think it was a practice. I think it was an actual performance. I would have watched it, I'm pretty sure. But I had to drive him some sort of practice, and the practice was like 2 or 3 hours long. So my dad was like, I don't know. It was like 2 hours away. My dad was like, I don't know, just go. Or it was probably like an hour away. So there's no point in driving home and driving back. So he was like, I don't know, just go watch a movie. And the movie I picked, because there's not much in the theaters, was Gone Girl. This is like 7 p.m. on a Tuesday. This is the first time ever in my life, genuine empty theater. I was the only person in the theater for Gone Girl. I had a private screening, and it was fine. I don't know. Poor Neil Patrick Harris, all he did was be the creepiest man alive. True. Xanth, okay, he's finally here. Good job, Xanth, you're finally here. I think movie night has been a lot of 5 out of 10s for you lately. I mean, Voyix, you did, like, here's the problem, right? And it's not like, I guess it's not a problem. You guys, we did put like 1 billion movies on the random movie generator list, right? So there's gonna be when you select randomly, it's gonna be a lot of 5 out of 10s. That's just how it goes. Also, Duke, by the way, hello. Does she get away with it? No, Windexter, I'm pretty sure she does get caught in the end. Oh, no, actually, no, she does get away with it. Never mind. She gets away with it because she frames Neil Patrick Harris instead of Ben Affleck. So she gets away with it, but, like, Ben knows. Ben knows, and then, like, I think... Is it, like, implied that he maybe kills her at the end or something? I don't remember. I don't know. I think there's, like, some sort of foreshadowing that maybe he, like, gets revenge afterwards. They live together forever. I think it's, like, kind of, like, implied that, like, I don't know. You know what? They have a kid? Who gives a shit if they have a kid? She's evil. Anyway, Pun Pun. Yeah, we should put Pun Pun in jail, actually. You're right. Pun Pun, me when you get caught. True and real. This is actually a really tough choice here. I feel really strong in the early game with Cluster Kernels, while I don't feel desperate to go to the Steel Shop here. I think, you know, there's two options here. Go left side and look for the Luna Coven Sweeper and just spell power our way through the game pretty easily. Or go right side and look for something like the Rally Dude and play Rally Dude Cluster Kernel and win that way. I think those are both incredibly viable lines for us, and I don't know which I like more. I think they're both fine. I think my gut is to go left side here and go more because we have Ardoon hopefully slaying for a bunch of conduit. I think that'd be better for us, but I don't know. I can see either here because, again, we're very strong in the early game. This doesn't matter too much. I'm going to go left side and just give me the sweeper. Better Rave. It is a pretty good Rave, Voyix. You're not wrong. Also, this is a lovely shop here. I don't think I have enough money for all of it. Yeah, I'm short a little bit, but this is like a really cool shop here. To have Eternal Stone and Smolder Stone. Although we have nothing we really want a Smolder Stone, I guess, here, huh? Yeah, actually, never mind. I'll do this, though. I'm a pretty big Phase Blessing holdover fan. Especially against Entropy Seraph, we should be able to kind of tank shit no problem, I think. With just a little bit of spell power, so that seems good to me. I'm gonna go Luna Coven, just hit me with the sweeper. Dude, come on. This game is actually easy baby for children now. So now we need, like, I mean, I guess we have a tank in the Infectory still. Or in the Cluster Kernel with the spawns. This does just feel like GG now. I just don't see how we lose from here. I guess we lose by never seeing Quick on this. That could maybe cause us to lose this. That is a possibility. Now, we're once again in a weird spot because we kinda can't take the trial here if we want Ardoon to get like slays on the guys. Ring 2 GG is wild. It's not actually GG, but it's pretty close. We have the tools. I just need to not fuck it up now at this point. Your highest on Ardoon was 51 conduit. You had spikes for him to get some slays. That's really cool, actually. That seems like a fun run for sure. Is like obviously a well, I guess El Chapo, was it Awoken Clan or was it Lazarus League? My guess would actually be be better with Lazarus League, at least early game. But then if you get something cool like Cycle of Life, which is a funny thing to say, but Cycle of Life seems pretty good with that game plan. Awoken, wait, never mind, Laz. Make up your mind. Voyix, let's rename Arrival Hell as Glorp Arrive. Do you have permission, boss? Glorp Arrive indeed. Anyway, so here's like the issue, right? Here's like the big issue. I don't know what, actually, never mind, there's no issue here. I'm realizing with the armor that Cluster Kernel can tank the initial wave. We're all good here. Never mind, just take it, we're good. Mark of Invasion. Honestly, you feel like Phase Blessing equals guaranteed win such a good card? It obviously depends, Daniel, on your entropy. I think against someone like Savagery, it is by no means a guaranteed win. Because one of the biggest problems you might have is the sweepers. And while you can protect your front line, your backliners get fucking obliterated, right? Unless you can, like, you have enough time to put it on all three, or however many units you have in your squad, right? I think it's not a guaranteed win there specifically, but I think it's really strong. A lot of times. Okay. So Cluster Kernel tanks here. I see the issue at hand, folks. I see the issue at hand here. Hold on. Well, we'll just do this for the time being, I think. We'll play you later, don't worry. It'll be really cool and neat and stuff, folks. Well. Players here to pick off another Forsaken. Piss that makes you normal. Dude, oh my. Well, so pun, it's unfortunate that it doesn't cycle up correctly exactly. It would be hilarious if when the guy started peeing, he did turn. He, like, it's not like, yeah, it's just a little off. Oh, I guess maybe they do at some point sync up if they play long enough. I'm not sure. I guess it's kind of working. I don't know. You have gravity? I do have gravity. I should have saved the space here. Although I think by default right now it does just pick off Acolyte. Even with no spell power, it kills. She does not currently. We'd have to give her like a Phase Blessing actually, huh? We can probably get there, I suppose, huh? Oh, kill you by the way, I guess. Done for real, ready to watch Monster Train 2. Yo, Voix, have you heard this one? Monster Train 2. Lmao, great joke, +2, etc. guys, right? We do this. We're getting another Slay here in Ardoon, which is nice. I'll put some armor on the stream as well so they're not losing attack points. I think we try to soften you up here a bit too, buddy. I think you're going insane. Most of these do not appear on the stream for you. Zips, do you have 7 TV? If you don't, that might be why. That could be a factor as to why they're not showing up. We're just gonna pick off here. We don't need to worry too much about defense on this one. Doing is that ring 1 ring 2 trials is basically an always take unless you are exceptionally weak. Ring 4 and 5 trials is situational. Ring 7 is almost always never take. Yeah, but I think like again it is almost always, but I think it's not always, right? Obviously, you know, depends on the situation. Okay, this man dead as hell here. Lovely. You can sort of understand Monster Train 2 because numbers, but it's also hard for you to comprehend the finer stuff. Oh shit. We're losing here. What the fuck? I guess just kill you. Does that help at all? Oh, and then you know what we do here as well? Phase Blessing. Big. Big if true, folks. Okay, we're fine. Hopefully Ardoon gets to slay here. Oh, what a hero. What a champion. Nice job, Ardoon. You just take all the trials? That seems like mostly wrong, probably. I don't know. Now, Moon Pixie here, in theory, we can sneak into the floor, right? Although, I know we can't. Well, we can, but we can't. Because we're going to take size upgrade from this boss. Did I lose the first run? Yes, Vlad. We lost the first run very quickly. We lost it on ring 2. It was very sad. Whoa, they're working. Holy. Yeah, Zips. They're working. 7 TV is the thing that they work for. Yes. Sorry, what were we saying? Yeah, we did. Yeah, you're busy losing your own run. You couldn't watch. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm thinking Moon Pixie could in theory fit in, but only if we draw it on turn 1 because with our current setup, if we take the space upgrade, we have Ardoon, Cluster Kernel, Acolyte, 1 space left. But then when the mushrooms show up from the Cluster Kernel, we lose that space, so it's not very good for us. Bloody Moon seems really strong here. I'll take a Bloody Moon. Ooh, and I'm a big Loam Coat believer here, especially. What's really cool here is that while we don't have Moonlit Glaive on our Ardoon, this will propagate Conduit, which I think sounds really cool. I feel like Bloody Moon is never bad. It's pretty strong for sure. I agree. I kind of disagree, generally speaking. Anyway, so Pun, you want to hear a story? Okay, so it's Glorp Man. Glorpa going to work. He's thinking about feet, right? He then goes, he solicits Glorp ass for, you know, something probably. If we can assume what. And then it seems like Glorpa goes to jail and then goes to hell afterwards. Pun, why did Glorpa go to jail for just asking Glorpass for sex? I feel like there's 2 possibilities I can see here. It's up to interpretation. You know what? Open-ended. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's a thinker. It is. You know, true as well. Very much. Very deep. Very deep as well here. So I suspect on this run, we're going to end up going energy space, right? We need room for the sweeper in here. And I think, and I could be wrong here, but I think we'll make either a Moonlit Glaive deployable or some sort of room deployable here. Maybe a planetarium. We'll see. I don't know. But I think there's a lot of good options here from the Merchant of Arms we can see. None of these are it, basically, so we'll reroll. I mean, Spell Sanctum's kind of interesting, but not that good here. Reroll. Lord of Pies check. Is Lord of Pies here? Does anyone know? Can I safely skip this? Because I know what you're thinking. Overgrowth Carapace. On a sweeper, potentially very strong. I'd rather not. If I have any say in the matter, I'd rather not take it here. Doesn't seem that good to me right now. And the fact seems kind of ass currently. You're not thinking that, you were thinking Glorp Feet. Okay, my bad. Sorry, my bad. I think this is a skip, tragically. Wiener can't been on mobile when the streamer hasn't updated his screen emotes. Is the fourth circle of hell. I mean, listen, Wienercam, it's just Voyix is adding a million of them, and they should be showing up on screen usually. I don't know. All of mirrors, maybe. Want to update it? It's quick. I have to like refresh or some nonsense. I don't want to refresh anything. Listen, Wienercam, don't worry. Next stream will be better or whatever. Right click your on-screen chat, go to properties, then scroll to the bottom and click the button. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hold on. Properties. Scroll to the bottom. Refresh. Okay, I've refreshed it. There you go. It should show the 7TV emotes now or whatever. Maybe not. I don't know. Fine, whatever. Yeah, there you go, Wienercam. You happy? You can see the feet now. Is that what you wanted? Are you not entertained? You think Hall of Mirrors here, Voyix? I don't know if I fuck with Hall of Mirrors on this one. We're not that focused into like the propagate plan here. We're mainly just using it as like a tank. You think it's interesting late? Double Ardoon is cool. And you know what, Voyix? I'd be more interested if we had a quick dagger now, so that way we can give Ardoon quick. But I don't know. I think I'm just more. I think it's the safer play to just look for like planetarium instead. Especially with a sweeper. We have a sweeper. I think we just want to like get planetarium as our room choice instead of like increasing our mushroom spawns. I think that's probably better for us. You regret this, Wienercam? You know what? turn it back. Sorry, guys. Wienercam asked for this. Please direct all complaints about the on-screen emotes to wiener.cam. He'll be fielding all complaints on this matter. Unstable shard? No, thank you. Bad. Hey, guys, we turned Heart of the Pack into a good pyre. We've done it. It's actually good now. Pog, etc. What's is this pushback here? Oh, this is Siphon. Oh, this could be spooky. This could be bad for us. We'll see. You think you'd have to do more thinking than you want to for Hall of Mirrors? I just think it's like it's simpler and probably stronger to just play Planetarium instead on this run. But it could be bad. I don't know. Savagery hits very weak early on, I think. We could even take with Ardoon here, but they were better off just putting Ardoon in the back still for Relentless. We'll play these down here. Play the Infectory. Get as much as we can here. And I think we do our best to pick off units while we can to prevent Archeon from getting the Siphon here. So this dude, this guy is just so scary to me. My YouTuber today on bottom floor, which I was playing top floor, didn't matter too much, but I was playing a 1-floor setup here, and Archeon, when he began his ascent here, had 49 damage per hit on bottom floor. He was fucking. I've never seen him have that much rage before. He was intimidating, man. He was very spooky. You got a run the other day where Malika's Pyre. You got all 3 boss relics from Horde, and it was doing 250 damage. You didn't notice at first. I was so confused how the minion died so fast. It is really cool if you can get the boss relics. Like, your Pyre does get a fucking huge damage buff. By the way, chat, if you want to see all the emotes, thank you, Voyix. There you go. Very cool. Then again, you could do 2 Ardents for like 50-ish Conduit, and then play the Sweeper and Crush. It just seems like overkill, I think. But I don't know. Maybe it's a cool idea as well. I think my main issue there, Voyix, is Ardu is not very tanky. So I think like how do we keep Ardu alive in like we're against entropy, but even how do we keep like we need like some sort of, you know. I guess we could maybe do it with Infectory, huh? The only way we could get title. The title turning would be sick, though. You're not wrong about that. That'd be very cool. That'd be sweet as hell. Okay, I think we just stack this up here. I think the main goal is to prevent, like, obviously prevent killing on the floor Archeons on. It's gonna happen sometimes here, but I think every chance we get, we should maybe try to go for pickoffs on the non-Archeon floors, basically. What the fuck? Rave censored? What do you mean, Kamoy? What do you mean rave? I don't think it's not censored. I'm seeing it just fine, I think. Okay, I like propagate on Arden here for the conduit. That seems pretty cool to me. Can we play that? And I think we'll just quick question here. I'll just play it to find out. If it does, actually I can just hover it. It does give the slay on this floor. I was curious if gravity moved them first and then killed them, but it does kill them first and then move them. So Archeon's still taking we're still getting the rage there basically. Can't do anything else here. We'll just play our shard and pass. Just propagate the tree with conduit. You know, Vlad, that's a good point too. That's a very good point as well. We could give like one conduit to him and start propagating as well. You are very correct about that. I'll pick you off here. That seems worth it. I'll play the armor here, I guess, which also seems pretty worth it. Keep playing these here. You have hypothesized this Hall of Mirror floor. What do you got for me, Voyix? Well, is it Hall of Mirrors into Infectory follow-ups? That way you can make a tank on the floor. So use the Hall of Mirrors for the initial Ardoon play. Then you Infectory to make it so that way whenever you're killing things, you get an actual guy on the floor to chump block for you. Is that kind of like the way we, at least with the tools we currently have, to win with that? That seems pretty neat to me. I don't hate that as an option. Taking Broken Halo Luna Coven because you get title turning relatively frequently. It's worked out a few times you did it. You know what? You know what's interesting? I'm curious, Voix, if your opinion has changed on it at all. I remember you were a little bit of a Halo hater at first, but I think that was with the context of how situational rare cards that were from the first game. And I'm not saying one way or another, but do you think that there's any like case to be made that the Monster Train 2 clan specifically have a better pool of rare cards, therefore making the the Broken Halo better? Am I making sense here? I feel like I fucked up. You think sometimes Broken Halo is good? Okay, exactly, yeah. You played it on Luna and played a baller run, and it's good on Laz too. Yeah, Laz has some really strong rares. They've got Mind of Their Own, Lazarus Spike is just good no matter what you're doing, basically. You've got, if you're playing, like, any sort of, like, Devour run with Baron Grail, like, Scrap for Parts can be pretty cool. You got Brain Transfer for funny combos as well. You got a lot of, like, weird but strong rares for sure there in that clan combo. That makes sense to me at the very least. You're going to hit our pyre twice no matter what, I think, here, so I'm not going to worry about you too much. Definitely going to pick you off while I have the chance here, I think. I want to move the healer up. So I'll just chip away here a bit. I'll play you here too, whatever, it doesn't matter. Play this and pass, okay. Gravity on top floor. For the healer, would it do anything? Oh wait, I forgot about the actual damage it was dealing. It would actually save me some health. You're right. My bad, Vlad. My bad. Yeah, we could just move them up and then they just take some more damage. It would probably be only a one-hit clock, or maybe even still a 0-hit, or I don't know, whatever. There's probably a way to get it to be a one-hit clock on the pyre and take one. Yeah, this. Oh, was it on descend? I thought it was on. I'm not paying attention. You just descend. Yeah, that could be pretty cool too. There, you are not wrong. We did actually. This is maybe the best job I've ever done at keeping Archeon from getting a lot of rage. That's pretty nice. Dynamom, hello. Transsexuality, Pog. True. Pog indeed. I just had the entire fight using gravity today and it felt amazing. That does sound pretty cool. What am I doing here exactly? Well, we're definitely gonna kill you with the mushroom stack here. Oh, what if we... No, what if we descend the mushroom stack and make a new stack here? That doesn't seem very good, actually, to me. That seems horrible, in fact. So let's not do that. Let's just give you some decay. I guess we do this to actually prevent the hit coming in as well. And then more blessings here. Very good. Really cool to run with this Ardoon pack and Path and Spikes. Zips, I forget who it was, but someone in YouTube chat also mentioned having a Spikes Ardoon Slay run recently. So very cool. Okay, we do this. Keep putting this here. Very lovely. And now we take the space upgrade and we get to play the sweeper, and it should be pretty game over here, I think, at this point. More or less. Maybe not definitely, but kinda. Oh, we could do the math here to try to set up a Ardoon Slay here on Archeon. I'm just gonna play my spores and pass. I don't want to try to figure it out. It's a coin flip, basically, right? We'll see. Prince Slay Spikes walk so that Ardoon Slay Spikes could run. True. True in real Dino Mom. Well, we're in a weird spot here because we don't have Glaive, but we are pretty early and we do have Moon Ritual. So, like, Lunar Cycle Staff on our sweeper is probably a pretty viable angle here. So I think I'll just take it. But I'm not happy about it. I'd much rather have Moonlit Glaive here still, but whatever. Idea, Harvest Lady Gilda plus Fungi Troop Stacks equals lots of Pyre Gel. She does... The Pyre Gel is just whenever anything dies, right? It's just a harvest trigger. I know she has the cost reduction on Whelps, right? And then the intended, like, idea is that you play Whelps, kill them, trigger her Pyre Gel, right? Like your starter Whelps, I should say specifically, right? You play your starter Whelps, send them, trigger the Pyre Gel ability. But it just works on anyone harvesting, basically. That does sound kind of interesting. I agree. You know what you saw from the champions recently? What did you see recently, boys? Brawler 1 Reaper Prince 1 is always better than Reaper 2 Prince. That makes sense. That's not surprising to me at all. So we could have gone the rally line here, but I think we're too committed to the sweeper line here, so we won't take any of these. Puffball, tragically here, we don't have enough energy to deploy him. So no thank you, Puffball, today. And then space upgrade first and energy upgrade probably later. Crazy about Reaper Prince scales. He's literally Alpha Fiend, but on Slay instead of Strike. Wow, I didn't think of it that way, Voyix. You are. Oh my God! It's like the baseline isn't the first Reaper plus 15 Slay, and Alpha is 10, but it's per strike. That is crazy. You think Leonard pointed that shit out? That's really bad. Holy man, that's atrocious. What's the most cash you guys made in a run? You had a couple days ago, you hit 10k, almost 10k with Gilda. That's pretty high. I think I've gotten somewhere between like 2 and 4k in a run once, or a couple times. Nothing that crazy high. That's pretty insane. Also, for me here, pretty easy right path here. The sooner we find Quick on Acolyte, the sooner I feel pretty good about this run right now. I think we do this. This feels pretty safe to me. Well, I don't want to say GG go next, but it's looking pretty over, folks. It's looking pretty over on this one. I'll put plus 25 on the cluster kernel here as well. Deployable Lunar Staff also seems nice. I agree. I agree. We do. Listen, I'm not a big Lunar Staff fan. I think on this team especially, Glaive will be stronger. Almost certainly. But if we don't see a Glaive, I'll be happy to have a Lunar Staff here. It'll be sufficient in the meantime, basically. Do I want Smidge Stone on Cluster Kernel? In theory, in case we see a what's it called? In case we see a... Why am I forgetting the name of it now? Carapace. We could see Carapace, in theory. But you know what? Listen, Lord of Pies isn't here. I'm not taking it. Okay, I mean, it's a tiny thing with Dual Stone is... Oh, wait, it doesn't work on the Mage Blade. Never mind. I forgot Mage Blade is a status. Never mind. I think it's a status, yeah. So that doesn't work. Never mind. Stinky. Avarice Path plus lots of spell chain proliferates. That does seem pretty cool. You feel like Reaper is meant to go to 3. A lot of Monster 1 champs feel like you're supposed to mix and match. Except for like Bolette and Grail Monster 2 champs, kind of feel like you're supposed to go all the way on the path. Jebediah. I don't think... Here's how I would describe it. I don't think that's necessarily intentional. I think a lot of the paths maybe feel that way because they're really bad. And they're like, I guess like another way to phrase this, which I don't think is entirely fair either. A lot of the ways phrase is that the paths are so bad that you're just much better off going into a different path instead. I feel like the only real true hybrid path in Monster Train 1 was Umbra, and that was specifically Glutton 2, Monstrous 1, in the use case that you have Fossilized Fangs. That was the only one that really truly felt like it was supposed to be like a... Here's like a utility dip, if you see it. Oh, and also Windleton. Predator, Strangler together, that's also kind of a good hybrid one. I should mention that as well. But I think a lot of times they feel like that because like someone like Prince is just really, 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 really bad. Heaven's Sweep Frostbite is solid. That's fair as well. Yeah, I can see that as well, honestly, too, Voyix. You think Bolette is absolutely not supposed to go all the way? Yeah, well, you know what, Voyix? I think Bolette is not supposed to go all the way if you see Hiveminder first. I think if you see the other two, I think you're probably supposed to go all the way on them as and not dip into Hiveminder. Because I think I've only tried doing it once and it didn't go well. I think if you take Hiveminder at upgrade, you know, at ring 4 or ring 7 or whatever, I think there's a very good chance that the scaling will be too slow and you're gonna fall behind. But I don't know for certain about that. That's just a theory, a game theory. Thanks for watching. I'll put Conduit here. I think that's fine, honestly, too. Give Acolyte a little bit more damage here. One tradable pivot is huge for Bolette regardless of other path. You know what? That's actually a good point, maybe, Daniel. I'm not sure about that. You know, I've never played the Harvest path late enough to get a sense for if the trample is good on him or not. I don't know. It's the Harvest path that doesn't have trample. It's the Slay Propagate path that tramples. And then the Harvest path is like Rage and... Is it Rage and Regen? I don't know what that one even has actually now. Well, this is kind of interesting. We could play Glass Cannon on the Acolyte. If they ever get hit, they're dying anyway, pretty much here. So I don't hate that, but I think it's not worth it. We should just keep an eye out for a Glaive probably here. Should be okay on its own. Slay probably really does not want to go to tier 3. It wants to trample badly. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay, you know what? I'll have to play it more to get a sense, I guess. Hierophant's a little interesting here for a little bit of durability on this run. Right, again, we just mentioned Acolyte has 5 HP. They're pretty fragile. And the funny thing, too, actually, you know what? Maybe I do go Hierophant here. Because actually, let me double check. Do we get Slay Conduit 2, or is it just Mage Blade increasing on Battleborn? Let me see this, actually. I'm curious. Ardoon. No, it is actually just Mage Blade the whole way up here. This is almost certainly incant for armor, right? Yeah, I think this is just incant for armor here to give us a little bit of... Just like a little bit of safety on Acolyte in case we see, like... Maybe we see, like, what's it called? Maybe we see, what's the name of it? The hot lady who has spikes sometimes in Ring 7. The scary woman, exactly, boys. We might want like a little bit of armor to make sure we don't get killed by spikes in that fight. But that's enough of a reason for me to take Hierophant here, I think. Oh no, this crazy woman. I would never call women crazy, Zips. That's I almost said homophobic. That's misogynist, Zips. I can't believe you would say this. Reanimate 1. Is that even scary here? Not really, because I think the Acolyte's going to obliterate the front line for us still, and then we'll just have the rest of them clean up. Yeah, this seems actually pretty free. Sorry, you're blind sometimes. Same. Diabolical title, 10 out of 10. Can I be honest? I forgot what the YouTube title already is. I have forgotten what I made it. Let's play my boys here. You would not call women crazy. That's implied. Am I right, guys? I would pun. They're gonna cancel your ass in Bazaar Town, man. It's so Jover for this dude. Rest in piss, buddy. Do I want to pick off you? Not really. You know what I'm realizing too here? I'm not gonna get many slays with this plan. Basically, here we have some issues. I'll just do this and pass. That seems fine for now. Okay, we play the Infectory. You know what I'm gonna do actually? I think I'm gonna not play Moon Ritual because I want to get the sweep next turn. And if we don't draw a Moon Ritual, we won't be able to do it. And that scares me. So we're gonna play it like this instead. I'm gonna play these guys to keep whittling down the Zealot. Okay. I did draw a Moon Ritual. God damn it. Whatever. You know, oh, fuck. Shit, hold on. I was going to say we could do the lmao propagate line with Conduit on Fungi here. But then we're fucking up the moon again. So I think I'm going to put it actually on Ardoon once again here. And I'll take a little bit of damage to hold over the Blessing. It's not too bad of a line, I think. And I'll come over here and I'll be greedy and Spore you. You can just play Spore Touched. Oh, I guess on the Vicious Axe, but then we don't get to get the Collector, Voyix. The money. Are you telling me you hate money? What are you, a socialist? Throw rocks at this guy. Anyway, we did actually get a Slay there as well. One of the Ardoon hit was what brought the Zealot down to 1. So that's lovely for us. And then we'll do this. Go back to sweep. And I listen, I'm gonna be the greediest fucker in the world. Ember, gone. You're giving him free rocks. Good point, actually, there, Schultz. But maybe we shouldn't even give him the rocks. I didn't think of it that way. Okay, Cycle Staff. Moon Ritual. Wombo combo, that ain't Falco. I guess I'll play the Infectory down here. Doesn't really do anything, but whatever. And we will pass turn. Very cool, very legal. Oh, I forgot about the 5 corruption from this dude, huh? Well, we should be fine. We'll just... Oh, I'm not sweeping this turn. Shit. Well, we should be fine here, I think. You're getting by, which is annoying, but whatever. And we'll just put the Phase Blessing on you, and everything will be great. Don't worry, folks. Everything's beautiful. I said earlier to that person's comment, the Proliferate plus average run is how you got your record of 21k gold in a single run. You're so rich. What the fuck? That's so much money. Yeah, which we did lose a good chunk of our health there, but luckily, Voyix, we're playing Broken Pyre Heart of the Pact here with Divine Shard, so it's actually the strongest pact in the game now. He did hurt us quite a bit. You're dying. You know what? If I don't hit the sweep next... Oh, actually, this fucker. Look at this guy. He almost snuck by with his reanimate. I didn't see that there. So here's like my thought, at least here. If I... Oh, you know what I can do is... Actually, you know what? Hold on. Oh, they're all still dying. Okay, good. Never mind. If we miss the sweep next turn, I'm going to be in big trouble here. But we can just do this and we're fine as well. So that's okay. Alright. And like 14k that was in the Titans fight. Dang, that's so much money. Okay, we'll just pass turn here. Get our quick sweep in, hooray. Come on, Ardoon, get the slay. I know you can do it. Look, he's a fucking beast. 101 health, 102 damage dealt. Ardoon's actually cracked this shit, man. He cannot be stopped. Eclipse Chamber is obviously pretty bad for us here. Cover of Night is like an okay spell. It's just it's +5 to the floor. It's just not even that good though, I think. And we're not gonna go. We don't care about this stealth. This Heaven's Fall spell is cool here, you think? I mean, I don't. It doesn't do that much, man. We can't even cast it until we like beat Ring 6 basically. Although I guess I can see a world where we're struggling against some heavies maybe. I don't know. Heavenfall. Oh, Heavenfall, like design wise, is very cool. Is it actually good? I hear. I don't know. And maybe I'm overestimating how much conduit we're gonna have. Played it with holdover once at 3 costs and just did like 300 damage to everyone. My concern here, Voyix, is that I'm a bit worried about the moon. And us not having, like, we're already struggling. As you can see, Cycle Staff is actually kind of struggling here because we can't consistently set up full moon when we definitely need it. We'll steal the Slays from Ardoon. If anything, it might set up Slays, maybe. I don't know. If you're worried about the super only doing 80 damage, I'm pretty confident by the late game it'll do more than 80 damage. But we'll see. Maybe, like, we're going to go to the Merchant of Arms here, I think. And if we can find, like, a glaive, we'll be fine. I'm going to go here, too, and maybe just get a double strike on it as well. I think we don't have to worry, personally. I've been wrong before, but I think we can skip it here. Ooh, Pandemic, though. Pandemic I'm always taking. Love this card.
Hey,
ooh, 96 ability combinations count you in. Also, you couldn't read the first rules of the chat. They didn't fit in your screen. Don't worry. So, SD, the bit about the rules, and I actually just found this out recently. I thought there was a limit to how many rules you can have on Twitch. I thought it would be funny every single stream to add a new rule. But at some point, it was like giving me a limit. But then when I went to the actual what's it called? The creator dashboard, I saw in there was actually like a way I can add more rules. So now every stream I'm adding a new rule. So it's more of a bit than anything. Don't worry, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Do not worry about the rules. It's there mostly as a joke. The pre-last rule says that. Hell yeah, the bid is back. The bid is back. Okay, left side here. Just give me a multi, please, real quick, game, if you don't mind. Dude, the game loves me today, man. I just say, give me the thing, and the game says, no problem. Rule 1, hey, Wiener Cam, that's not a rule. That's a fake rule. I think there maybe is a rule about not making up fake rules. By the way, Wiener Cam, so watch it, Buster. This is a warning. You know what? I'll take Reflection here. Reflection here looking pretty nice. Where the hell are your emotes? Good question. Good question. This might be the most insane dupe ever. I think I just dupe Moon Ritual. I think we just want more Moon Ritual so we can get it more consistently full moon. And then also, like, Cycle Staff better here. Like, all my other spells I think are kind of ass. Like, I don't know. Just Moon Ritual me, man. Why does it feel like you never find a good silent unit? At least not as good as the Selene Sweepers. I think there's a world where... And I've done it before. I've done one run where I played the Moon Cycler, who I think is... Oh, actually, he might be Selene as well. Is the Moon Cycler silent, or is he Selene? Hold on. Where are these guys at? He's right there. He's right there. Astrologer. Also, this guy's also Selene. Never mind. Listen, Nightingale, not very good, but sometimes okay. Shadeguard is a pretty good unit, but definitely, you know, can struggle to be your damage carry sometimes. But he's a cool guy as well. Also, oh dude, Moonguard's fucking crazy as well sometimes. Moonguard can be crazy, but that's a rare, so you know, you don't always see it. Oh, sorry, Joe. By the way, I didn't say hi, Joe. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you are doing well. Let's, do I want to do anything else here? Do I have anything else to even do? No, huh? Here, let's go next. Look at one with Faye. Got a starting relic Faye. Get the... You know, Virtue of Sin, that relic does seem pretty cool. Obviously, the issue with building around Faye is that none of them... Or actually, maybe... Is the Celia Faye? Hold on. Sorry to go back to the logbook again here. Is the Celia Faye? Most of the Fae, not all of them then in that case, most of the Fae are not deployable. is the main issue there, right? I think, yeah, not deployable, not deployable. Either the Sealy is a Fae and is deployable. That is deployable, and then all all other 2 Faes, which are uncommon, or they're common, so they you can see them pretty often early on, right? But these guys are not deployable. But if you have Richard Garfield's beautiful box, you can shove them in there, and that's pretty cool. But then a Sealy kind of iffy. Joe, what pyre is good for Luna? I would say just the generically good ones are pretty good for Luna. The ones that have high HP, so like Fyra's Greed, Proto Heart Cage is pretty decent. There's an argument to be made that Luna Coven, their starter cards are 0 cost, so Heart of the Pact, it's a little bit easier to trigger, but I think the low HP is still too much of a liability, basically. And what else? What else? Do you have link permission? Zips, what do you want to link? Is my first question, I guess. So Titan Skin, this feels pretty safe to me. We can take this. So we should be fine. I'm not afraid. Time Father, I can see also being pretty decent as well. Basically, just the ones with high pyre HP, basically, or should be pretty safe. Email that you wanted to ask Voix to add, just send Voix. You can just DM Voix the emote, right? Go. You like Life Mothers to dupe Faye's Blessing? Life Mother also just another very strong one in general too. Also very good for you. Not I don't want to say pretty obviously, because maybe it's not obvious for some people, but that one's my maybe like. There's some people out there who are gonna say that Fyra's Greed is the best generic pyre heart in the game, no matter what, right? I think Life Mother's Pyre gives it competition. It's a little bit less HP, but duping cards is just so strong. So I don't know. That's a good one as well. Hello, other streamer. Hi, Shiny. How are you? Living in this dude's shadow, I guess. Tragic, etc. I'm gonna put some conduit on Fungi here for the future. What's it called? Loam Coat. Bad news. What's up, Voyix? What's up? You ever put Life Mother's Pyre in C tier? Maybe I just think that he's wrong. I don't know, man. I thought he was the GOAT. Maybe I'm not gonna say he's walked. Maybe I just have a difference of opinion. The Pyre Entropy is quite bad, IMO, despite the excellent draw. I've liked it, but I didn't like. I will say I didn't like Entropy as much as I thought I would after playing it for a bit. I think it's decent, but I think it's maybe a little weak. I don't know. Life Mother's Pyre is if you're having anything worth copying, usually are pretty decently off. That's true, but not always, right? I think you got to think about, like, again, it's kind of funny, right? Gabriel was ranking them based on when things are really hard for you. I've had runs where things are pretty hard, and I kind of only won because I was able to dupe a pretty decent card like 5 times. I had a run where I've had runs where kind of nothing has come together. And I've then just used Life Mother's Pyre to brute force my way through the game with just like an absurd amount of value, basically. I've had that be the case before. Definitively, I've had that be the case. So I don't know. Entropy needs a Dante event in Sinner South. I don't think it needs it. I think that's not correct, personally. It's nice. I don't think it's required. I need the sweep here to kill the wretches. And I guess I'll just put this here in case you leak, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. And we'll just pass turn. Idea number 2, Exploding Wretchy plus Lone Foot equals infinite reanimates. He'd finally be reliable during Relentless. Well, the resolve trigger from Loamco does not happen during Relentless, so it's not infinite. It obviously is way more reanimate, right? But you don't. This is not an action trigger or whatever. This is after combat, so you still have the same issue. You're right in that you get way more reanimation off of him. That part is definitely true and real. So we have an issue here, and it's that we didn't draw any moon rituals, which is not good. We have gravity. If I gravity, let's just test some things here. If I gravity you up, how does this look? Or I gravity you down, I guess. How does this look? That's good. That's good. We can take that. And do I want to hold over Phase Blessing here? I think we can also just let Phase Blessing go as well. That should be fine. Yeah, I don't think it's, I'm greeting here, Vlad. I don't think it's worth the pyre damage to play it, unfortunately, but I would love to. Or not. Yeah, I don't think we need it. Right? I think this is a calculated risk to just not play it in order to just not take pyre damage, basically. I think we'll be fine. Watch someone play Stealth Relic and then instantly die because his deck relied on jump blockers. The Stealth Relic can be spooky sometimes. Watch out for that one. I've had it kill me, I think, once so far. Maybe twice. I don't remember exactly. But that one can 100% be a bastard. We on Descend right now? We're on Ascend currently. Okay. Just soften you up. I don't know. It should be fine. If Reggie isn't reliable during someone isn't mixing well. I mean, like, you know, he can early on have some trouble sometimes. Again, no sweep. Very sad. Oh, fuck. Okay, well. Titan skin here, folks. Yeah, we're leaking a bit. We're leaking a bit here. We should be fine, though. I'll even hold over the Phase Blessing. We need to make sure we're tanky enough to not die to the Undying one here. Rip Reanimate. Not that much. And we're not leaking to this guy. We're killing this guy for sure. He's dead as shit on this one. Do not get it twisted. He is dead as hell, man. We have so much bulk here in front of the sweeper. We'll be fine. Maybe the Stealth Artifact is one of Bullet's best artifacts. That I mean, I'll even just say in general, Jebediah, the Stealth Relic is really cool with Under Legion in general because of both Shroom Ponics and Grow Room. Those two together do really cool stuff. They were a pretty important part of our of the M's when I had that went really well. So the end basically that, yeah. Very cool stuff happening there. Phase Blessing is so good. It is definitely very good. Oh no, the Reanimate guy. Nerd. And we get a couple extra slays here off of Ardoon. We're just min-maxing here, honestly, folks. What a hero. What do we say to kill my sweeper here? I think we kill the sweeper there, boys. I think we might not make it. That one might just straight up kill us. Oh, and now we get the glaive too. So now it's just incredibly GG. The mushroom stack ended the fight at like 300 HP. You think I was okay? Probably, you're right, honestly. Probably true and real. Here's what we do now. We take an energy upgrade. We put deployable on Moonlit Glaive. We probably just get rid of Cycle Staff. Maybe we'll leave it in the deck. I don't know. Intrinsic Pandemic is nuts. It's really good against the Dominion in the Titan fight for sure. I don't hate Mulch though. Spell Chain Mulch is like draw 4 next turn for 0. That's like respectable here. Especially because we do care about incanting a little bit. We have Ardoon, right? But I think Pandemic is a pretty sweet one, so we'll take that. Okay, come over here. We have a plan, right? We're just gonna... You know what? I'll just take the Enchanted Chamber here. I wanted... Oh, actually... Oh, Inferno Room's here too. What do I do? What do I take here? There's so many good things. Okay. We have a decision. We have a decision here, right? We can go Glaive, deployable on Acolyte, or we can go deployable Inferno Room. You don't need Inferno Room. I agree. We have the Sweeper, right? And especially into the Entropy fight, there's no real hazard of letting them walk up. It shouldn't matter. So do we take... I will take an Enchanted Chamber. Maybe we don't end up using it. Maybe we just see a Planetarium right away here on the reroll. We don't see it. So I will make Glaive deployable. And then maybe we'll just play this for plus, you know, a bit of extra damage on there. But I would much prefer Planetarium on this run. It's not even that much more spell power. It's what? It's like, it's only +5 more spell power than this. But it is more spell power, so that's pretty cool, too. Inferno, good. So here's my breakdown, Joe, for Inferno Room. I have basically 4 questions. One of them is like it's like a flow chart, right? Are you against Entropy Seraph? If so, Inferno Room is good. The problem is here it's redundant, but it is a good card, right? Because we already have an answer for it. So good there. Are you against Dominion Seraph? If yes, good. It would actually be playable here because it would be really nice to stop the corruption units from applying corruption to our frontliner. But not that important, honestly, but it would be nice. Question number 3. Are you against Seraph of Savagery? If yes, this is where things get kind of weird. Because that's the one fight where the Pyre is not like an instant win, basically. Because if you're playing this bottom floor as a backline killer, the Inferno Room does not kill the amalgams, and they will do a lot of pyre damage to you. If you're going into the Titan fight with, like, I don't know, 60 HP, for example, I don't know the exact number, but you're going to lose like 20 or 30 health to the amalgams. If your backline plan is just playing the Inferno Room, right? So it can be a little tricky. It's not an instant win there, basically. You can still use it. Like, if you have some way of negating the sweep damage from the sweepers, and you have a way to kill the heavies on bottom floor, you can play Inferno Room in that fight as cleanup. Or if you have like a really high HP Pyre, you can play the Inferno Room bottom and just tank the damage. But that's not like a guaranteed thing either, basically. I don't know. I'm rambling too much. Let's play the game. Merge weapon deployable. It's not a horrible idea, but it's not very good because we're not going to have enough energy to actually play it on deployment then and get our full rollout here. So no, thank you. But you know, listen. If anything, I would go. Actually, we already have quick. Never mind. If we didn't have quick on Acolyte, I would take the quick dagger and merge that probably here, and then maybe just not even play the cluster kernel on rollout. But I don't know. Debatable for sure. Inferno Room also hits the curse guys in the Dominion fight. Yes, yes. It does a lot of good things for you in the Dominion fight. I think arguably the best fight for Inferno Room is the Seraph of Dominion. It does so much nice stuff for you. Kills the curse guys right away, and it kills the extinguished corruption guys on a floor that is not your main floor, right? Very, very many good things happen. Also, I don't think we need the glaive here. I think I will play the cluster kernel. But it's tempting to put the glaive down here, but I don't think we want it. With the champions as secondary typings, you feel like Silent wouldn't be as bad compared to Selene if Ardoon was Silent. My personal wish here is that, but not so much for this clan. This clan, I don't think it matters too much. I think it's weird that, like, there's a lot of weird ones, right? There's Primordium not being a morsel, which is not a huge deal because it would maybe be too powerful with Shroud Spike, but whatever, right? But that one's kind of a weird flavor fail. Not a huge one, but whatever, right? I think Fenix not being a dragon and Gilda not being a dragon is, like, insane, right? But that's just kind of sad more than anything. Like, Hornbreaker Prince not being a demon, like, that's, like, also insane. Like, there's many of them that are just, like, why is this not, you know, the correct thing, basically? It doesn't make any sense. But ultimately, it doesn't matter that much, right? The game is still pretty balanced either way. But it would be nice. It would be nice, I suppose. So we have a little bit of an issue here, and that's that the cluster kernel is getting 6 corruption, which means he's getting his ass kind of beat on this one. We can maybe keep in him to keep him alive, though. We'll see. Let me put a Moon Ritual here on Fungi, so we can give him the Loam Code at some point, maybe. This doesn't matter too much. Doesn't work with Spike, but it works with Puke. Yes, because it's funny, right, Virtuousm, because Wretch does not specify morsels; it specifies eaten units. Whereas Morsel Spike specifically states it has to be a morsel being targeted. That's why that shit don't work. Virtue, I'm pretty sure that's not how it is. Because if that was how it is, when we play this spell here, Ardoon would get 4 armor. But as you can see, 16 to 18. It's only 2 armor. It's not. It ain't happening. I guess I'll play the Infector here. Like, why not, right? Seems pretty free. Colonel will be fine with the armor. He's got 6 corruption. As long as we play enough spells, we'll be fine. But it's like kind of like, will we play enough spells? I don't know. We'll see. You know what? Hold on. I'm not gonna just throw away free damage here. I'm gonna play the Cycle Staff first, then play the Ritual. It doesn't matter too much. Better Fly. Hello, by the way. Bloody Moon one shots the front guy. No, it's not 155. It was just 55. No. That'd be cool if it did, but no. I'll put this here. Doesn't matter too much. Oh, you know what? Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I've changed my mind again. I actually don't want to play the Cycle Staff here. I'd rather play the Vengeful Shard. Oh, you know what? You are right. I can just give him 1 phase blessing. You're right, boys. I forgot we had this in the deck. He will live. Huzzah. Loam code on Conduited Fun Guy finally happened. True. We did it, Reddit, etc. Okay, well, Glaive here. Even when they're not sweeping, Acolyte's doing pretty good work for us, folks. Hooray. Put this here for Relentless. Did you get a Primordium run? You know what? I would recommend Virtue. So not that you're asking that you want to see one, but I'd recommend watching today's YouTuber if you want to see a good... You know what? Fuck you, Super Cycle. I'm not going back. If you want to see a good Primordium run, he was a part of today's run. He was pretty cool. I would recommend it. I think it was a neat one. It also involved everyone's favorite friend, Demon Fiend. He was part of the run too, which I think is pretty cool. I think the Demon Fiend buff is pretty good. I think they did a pretty solid buff on that guy. Just like trying to build Primordium. He's pretty cool. Why not play the Staff of Ardoon? I don't want to undo. I wasn't paying attention. Literally, Vlad, the answer is pure laziness. Why not equipping Staff? The answer is pure laziness. Well, are you seeing my Acolyte? I don't think we need the Staff to get +2 there. It shouldn't matter too much. You think Demon Fiend is legit pretty good now? Yeah, basically. Ascend, no. Demon Friend, very true, Nub, very true. Okay, let's see, what are we looking at here? Ooh, a Holy Stone Spike is not bad. Stardust also pretty interesting here, but I think this is just pretty solid for us. A little bit of Pyre healing. We have a lot of buffs that we'd love to propagate, right? That makes sense. A perma-damage staff is free real estate just in case. I'm being lazy. It's 2 damage. I don't think it'll... You know what? If we lose by 2 damage, I will give you my Twitch account. How about that? If that makes a difference, you can have it. I will gladly walk away. There's a 0% chance you play this staff. I'll play it. It'll go on Ardoon. It's not terrible, but it's just like it doesn't matter. Am I the one who I love Taskmaster CS. I am a big fan of Taskmaster. The new season is like goated. Jason Mantzoukas, the American guy on there. You know what is weird? I was never a Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan. It's a decent show. I like it, I guess, but I don't actively watch it really, right? But he was in that show. But I don't think I've really seen him in anything outside of that. I know he's like a pretty famous guy, but I haven't seen him in anything outside of Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I don't know why he's popular. I'm not trying to be rude, right? He's cool. But he is very funny in Taskmaster, basically. I'm very happy to see how funny he is. And I think, I don't know about you guys, in this new season, Fatia is my GOAT. She is so funny. She is so funny. Like, I feel like I think there's like 3 archetypes, maybe 4. 3 or 4 archetypes of like comedians on Taskmaster. You have the people who are like actually trying to win. like the earnest like contestants who actually care about winning. You have the people who do not give a shit about winning. They are not happy. Like it's not that they're not happy to be there. The bit is that they're not happy to be there, right? So like there's those characters. There's like the really trying hard. The I can't fucking believe you're making me do this people, right? And then you have old is a category for sure in Taskmaster. You have that, and then you have like the wild card, and like Jason has been definitely one of the most interesting wild cards for sure. He voice acts as Jay in Big Mouth. I've never seen Big Mouth. I'm sorry to say. Big Mouth to me was visually, and it's intentional, hugely unappealing to me. I get it, like whatever, but like I did not like the way that show visually looked. Anyway, sorry, we didn't take the energy here, by the way. You love him in Big Mouth? I never watched it, but like again, the show art-wise just repulsed me. I guess I don't know. So you have those are like the four styles of people, and I think Fatia is one of my is my goats for characters who do not give a fuck in that show, right? That she's like a top tier in that archetype. Jason's a top tier wild card. And as far as like, I forget the other, it's Stevie, and I forget the guy's name, unfortunately. But as like the earnestly trying to do well characters, they're pretty. They're not, I don't know if they're goat level, but they're pretty good. And then you have, is it Rose? I think who's the I forget the old lady. Matthew. Thank you, CS. Is it Rosie? Rosie maybe? Is that right? She's like a goated old contestant as well. Rosie, thank you. Yes. Like they're like they got like an actual like amazing cast basically. I think it's one of the best seasons ever, which is crazy. How often can you say, yeah, I think season 19 was maybe the best season ever of this show? That's an insane thing to say. But I just think it is. James Acaster, very good as well, for sure. James A, obviously, we don't have to, you know. Listen, we can't spend all day talking about Taskmaster. James, of course, he's a GOAT. He's absolutely a GOAT. Sorry for derailing. No worries. Listen, I'm okay with derailing. Also, CS, puns are illegal. How dare you? But that's a pretty good one. That's a pretty good one. This is a pretty easy choice, too. We don't need upgrades. I want Pyre health. Merchant of Arms is maybe good here. We'll see. I don't know. There's an old show called The League. You know what, Mr. Sun? I have watched a little bit of The League. Not very much. That was like always one of those shows where it was kind of like, I never like got around to actually watching it, but I would randomly see it on TV sometimes if I was like just channel surfing or whatever. But I'm also just not into fantasy football really, so it wasn't that was not a show for me. But like I think also isn't there like a whole controversy where one of the main characters in that show didn't he pretend to be in the Twin Towers during 9/11? Isn't that like a whole thing? That's all I know about that show. It's got Nick Kroll, and it's got that guy who I think did lie about that, which is insane. Any QI? I don't know what QI is, Dallas. I'm sorry to say, not familiar. You haven't seen QI since Sean Locke died? I don't know who that is. You think you should leave his peak humor for you? Oh, Zulit, I fucking love. I think you should leave. Big. I mean, listen, I'm maybe controversial on this. A lot of people, their number one sketch is from season 1. I think most people. I think there's some respectable season 3 choices as well. But for me, for sure, I think my number one sketch is Ghost House. I don't know why, dude. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to do any jokes here. I'm not trying to ruin everyone's evening. But I just want to know if any of these ghosts ever jump out of the wall and do a big cum shot. Like that, dude, that one, it's so good, man. Fucking, I love Ghost House, man. Debuggernaut had to sub for the I think you should leave shout out. Dude, it's such a good show. The baby sketch, really, you know, baby of the year is a good one too. Baby of the year is kind of it's an interesting because I don't think is Tim Robinson even in that one at all? It's his friend whose name I forget, who's from the Detroiters, right? Oh, sorry, what are we taking here, by the way? Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Are all these spikes horrible? Yeah, they're all pretty bad. I guess you can take the bandage, but I don't want any of these. Get away from me. The zipline one. Zipline's a pretty good one. I like the zipline. That's a solid as well. British panel show formerly hosted by the only British shows that I watch, Taskmaster, and sometimes my friends watch the what's the ones with the big quiz of the year? Is it the big fat quiz of the year? I forget what it is, but I watch that one sometimes with them, usually once a year or whatever. And that one I'm like kind of like okay on. I'm not a big fan. You quote Lord Skeletrix in the Bone Brigade daily. What's the one? It's actually what's the there's one really good quote from the Scrooge one I forget now. Shit. Whatever. There's some good ones there for sure too. What channel is Taskmaster? It's on YouTube. If you want to watch Taskmaster, they upload maybe literally every single episode on YouTube. So that's there. Key and Peele was also great. Key and Peele's pretty good. I'm not like it's solid. It's not like they're not my goats. But they're fine. You know what actually is the weird thing? I think it's Peele. It's Jordan Peele. I think Jordan Peele being such a good director, I don't know why it makes me feel like the Key and Peele's sketches are just worse. Like it's not correct at all. This is backwards ass thinking. But I feel like he could have been doing like masterpiece cinema instead, and instead he was doing like pretty clever, but like kind of like just like haha funny poop joke comedy sketches instead. And he could have been making like actually like, you know, actual cinema basically. So I don't know. But I think that's just like a personal hang up probably. Just One, hello. Hi. It's on they do refer to, I think, Channel 4, Just One, as being like their, like, I guess their distributor or whatever. I don't know if that's an actual channel or not. Are the chats intermixed? The YouTube chat has been on the left side for a while now, Just One. They've been there for quite a bit of time, basically. Dynamom, I mean, let's be honest, probably true. Probably true and correct, actually. But I feel like, I don't know. You know what? It's fine. It's fine. I think I'm just saying something that doesn't make any sense right now, basically. Void Armament kind of goated on Ardoon here, but I think we're already set for life on this one. We don't need to worry too much about this guy doing much more. But poop jokes are funny. That is true. Poop jokes are funny. 3 armor versus 4. I'll take 3 armor here, I think, actually. That seems fine. Substitute Teacher is an all-time classic. Which one? Is that, there's a lot of teacher jokes. Is that the math one? Is that the math one where that's the one where he's like trying to say the names, right? He's trying to say people's names. And they're like sequentially funnier and funnier names or whatever, right? They're normal names, he messes them up. Exactly. Yeah, they're normal names, he messes them up. Then they do a lot of like school sketches, because then there's the one where there's like the getting high on pot noose, right? There's that one. Is there at least one more I can think of? Maybe there's one more I can think of. I don't remember though. There's got to be at least one more, I'm pretty sure. But either way, is there a way to get armament back when the unit dies? Eyeshadows, I don't know for certain. I don't think the equipment goes away. Alright, no, I do know that for certain. I'm pretty sure. The equipment is still like around, at least for your next round. The unit dies forever, including your champions, but the equipment is still in your deck for the next circle, the next combat. Just watching again the terribly rendered skeleton makes you laugh every time. Also, eat that goop. Yeah, it'll give you eat that goop. It'll give you the skeleton sense of humor. That's the one I was thinking of, Jebediah. That was what I was thinking of for sure. It'll give you the skeleton sense of humor. Is crazy. The equipment, I don't think it goes back into your deck, right? I think it's just like it's in like the discard pile, or it's in the extinguish pile base, or it's in the consume pile basically until your next combat. Thank you, charging for it. My brain broke trying to explain it. Reanimate. I think we don't have much to worry about here. I think we can actually. We have so much money, but you know what? I want. I don't want more money. We can just. I'll just play this one safe here. Oh, well, charging fur though. Graph does not necessarily. Yeah, it has to be the graphed unit has to have like if you played equipment on a graphed unit and they die, you will lose that new equipment. It does replace. It's like it's whatever graphed equipment they're born with, basically. Okay, this should be fine. I was just realizing we might have some trouble against Seraph of Entropy here, but we should be okay in that fight as well. Hooray. Whatever. Phase Blessing, hooray, yippee, etc. We should have done this first, I guess, doesn't matter. Move on. For primary Luna, which champion is good with allied Lazarus? Also, which allied best with primary Luna? So, I would say, Joe, with Lazarus as your supporting clan, the high roll you're looking for probably here is Eka, so primary Luna champion, right? And then you're looking for the conduit Eka, and the reason why is you can also, hooray, yippee. The reason why is you have the option to how do I describe this exactly? You have the option to play Mix's rapid fire. Instead of getting value out of Mix, you can use Mix for incant value, basically. There's not much synergy between those two clans, but if you're playing Luna Coven and Lazarus League, that is like a line for you. It's just to basically spam. Hey, why do you have corruption on you? Get this out of here, buddy. Just spam that. Yeah, Stygian is obviously the most natural combo with Luna Coven, but they were asking specifically for Lazarus Clan as the secondary. Thanks, appreciate you, no problem. And keep in mind that's for the record with all of these things like this. That doesn't mean you should always do this every single time. You can obviously win without doing that. This might be a little tricky, is all. Everyone's dead here. Oh, hold on, wait a second. Order and targeting as well here. I need to put we need to do the loam coat line here, folks. It's very important. So let's do moon ritual on you into loam coat. And cycle staff shit. God damn it, cycle staff. No. -1. I'm actually. Oh no, we can do this. We can do this. We're fine. Everything's fine. We've done it. I've gotten the sequence right this time. Hooray! There we go. I think each boss relic is a lot more viable. It's not just double draw all the time with rare exceptions. If anything, and I don't know how you do this exactly, I think maybe we need to buff draw, because I feel like everyone else is way more powerful than draw now. Again, I don't know how you do it, but draw seems like, maybe I'm crazy, the weakest of the three now. Like, I kind of don't fuck with draw anymore. Base Laz with Luna is great, because starting Mix is essentially incant too. Yeah, but that's only if you get Eka with the incant line, right? Because I feel like with or at least with Ardoon, the incanting is not that valuable on the armor, right? Like it's not that big of a deal, basically. You take draw for incant runs. I do sometimes, but not very often. I feel like it's pretty few and far between here. Also, no moon today. Very sad. I'll kill you, I think. And I'll put this here. And we're leaking a bit on this one, folks. We're leaking. The change to space was a really good change, so that was a dumpster choice so often. It was oftentimes very bad, I do agree. You will see no argument from me on that one. I fully endorse that opinion. Also, ferret. Sorry, not ferret. Or not ferret. Ferret. My bad. Also, very true. Basically, yes. Also agreed. The deployment change was also a very big part of why it got better. If I descend you, you just die. That's pretty cool. Lustrous, Happy Cock Thursday? Or sorry, Happy Cock Sunday. I'm losing my mind, man. Sorry, Happy Cock Sunday. You're right. My bad. My bad. Brain machine broke, folks. Sorry about that. This looks pretty good to me, obviously, right? You're dying. You're gonna die, so that's good. Not Cock Thursday. I misspoke. My brain had a malfunction. The neurons misfired. Please, I beg of you. And then we kill Acolyte, so Arden can get the slay here. Well, I don't know if he will, honestly. It'll be close. I will do this with a cycle staff, though. Very important. And I'll goo you for fun. And we'll pass turn. Okay, very good. Every day is Cock Thursday to you. That's fair. That's fair. I love that sometimes you need more than one floor, 2 on like Monster Train 1. I was talking about it in the last co-op I did with Voyix. I mean, it doesn't happen often, but I think that the Overgorge run we played was probably the most hybrid floor plan I've ever played. Basically, maybe not. Actually, that's not true. I've had Jack in the Box runs where you just play Jack in the Boxes on all 3 floors. I've had like one that did that, but I feel like outside of weird jank shenanigans, that Overgorge run was maybe the most like dedicated 2-floor plan I've ever had, basically. I think is cool. I'll take Moonbeam here just for like incanting, basically. Even if it's hitting for 0, it is still hitting for damage because of the conduit we have, so that should be a pretty good spell, I think. And I'll take a Mulch. Mooncaller for staff triggers, huge. Vlad, huge brain there on that one for sure. Maybe next time. Prime example of all 3 floor plan is Reform Legion of Wax. That's like, you're right, but that's like kind of a weird one. But that is right. That was also in Monster Train 1 as well, right? But that's again, very few and far between. You single floor plans are very possible. You need a lot of health to tank on final fight. I at least in my experience, I do still oftentimes play 1 floor. Definitely more than average, but also like 10 times more often that I did in Monster Train 1 at least. Also, I'm not playing top floor nearly as often as well, so that's pretty cool too. What are we doing here, folks? What are we doing here? I feel pretty good on our room situation, right? We don't need the what's it called? The planetary and enchanted chamber is good enough. And we don't even want to give it deployable because we don't have enough mana to play it out. Right? So that's not super good. Removals are fine, duping is fine, but we can also just go left side and get some spell upgrades here, which could be cool. Joe, you play more units purely because of the fact that energy upgrades and deployment and space upgrades, right? Because of those 3 things being different in this game, you just are playing more units as well. You specifically take 2 extra units, then bulk them up to tank the savagery in the first cycle and not take 10 extra damage to Pyre. We're against entropy today. This is not a savagery unless this is entropy here. Or are you just saying like in general? Like I don't know what we're talking about here. He means the Titans in general. Gotcha. I see what you're saying. Sorry. I see. Yeah. You're saying in general against the Titans fight, not against savagery, Seraph. I see. Sorry. My bad. Good player. Hello. How's it going? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're having a good one. I think I just want to go left side. Although, actually, we have full Pyre health. Maybe this is actually better to go right side for the removals. Nah, we're going to go left side. You remember when you play 6 units every combat? It's crazy compared to Monster Train 1. Deployment was such a good design idea, man. You know what's funny? Like, I feel like in my head I want to say, like, oh, deployment makes the game too consistent. But then, like, I fucking want to, like, slap myself and be like, no, idiot, bad. That's a good thing. I think there's no such thing as making a deck builder too consistent, I feel like. But maybe that's not right. I don't know. Maybe I should analyze that more. But I think in my head, like, I feel like this kind of can't be a bad thing, basically. So I don't know. But yeah, at least as far as, like, that's concerned. Thank Wildfrost for the idea. Yeah, you know what, Wildfrost, thank you for innovating. Very cool. I'm gonna hold over a moon ritual here just so we can, like, once we get it, we can always make sure we're on the right moon cycle here. I think the only way we lose this is just getting the wrong cycle on what's it called here? What's your name? Moon Lady? Acolyte, whatever. So I'll do that, and that should be pretty good. Wild Bros version is cool, but it has some flaws in its own. Well, there's like weird bugs, right? Where it's like you get like turn 0 wins if you like have a certain setup, yada yada, right? You know what it is, Voyix? I think it's the fact that or with the exception of the relic in the Luna clan, right? You can only get units, you can't get spells, right? Can't you like? Isn't the problem is that you can get like, you know, non-units in your starting hand then and do crazy shit? You still die to missing the carry spells? The game has that button. It's called Dante. That's true as well, I suppose, huh? Oh, what am I doing here exactly? Do I just do this? I don't know. I kind of like this, actually. Yeah, give me Spike upgraded. I like this as well for Titan Fight. Cranberry, you got a big thing to put into my Shiny Shoe expose. No, a train with only the head locomotive is not typically called a train. Usually it's referred to a light engine or deadhead locomotive. Cash, this is I think too. Like, I hate to do it to you, Cash. Nitpicking and biased. I'm sorry. I didn't want to do it to you, Cash, but this is nitpicking and biased, man. I'm sorry. I listen. It hurts to do it to one of my goats. Sorry, man. Never been on a train? I've been on trains before, I'm pretty sure. But now that I think about it, maybe I haven't. I don't know. Yeah, nah, nitpicking and biased. He's crashing out, man. He's crashing out. They're not monsters. See? You get it. Jebediah, you understand. They're not monsters. They're just people, usually. You get it. I guess I'll take this. I don't know. It's not a train. It's... I don't care to distinguish the difference. When someone says, I hate to say it to you, and then they give you some shit they do not, in fact, hate to say it, usually you are right. That is actually a good point, huh? Ooh, Whetstone. Oh my god, huge. Whetstone, Cycle Staff. Incredible plays here. Oh my god. And Spotted Spore's not bad either. That's fine. We'll get a little bit extra damage. Who are the true monsters? Mostly the Umbra clan. The Umbra clan, there's only one non-monster in it, and it's fucking, the only non-monster in the entire clan is Alloyed Construct, because he's a robot. That is the only not monster in the clan. Everyone else is a monster. Oh, I forgot we had Loamcoat. Oh, well. Alloyed Construct is a monster. No, he's not a monster. He's a machine. He's a robot made up of shade. Is he made of... Voyix, as the lore master, is he made of shade, or is he just like a robot? I actually don't know what he's made of. If you can convince me that, like, he's made of... Like, he's constructed of morsels in, like, the same way that, like, Shadow Siege is, but, like, maybe, like, more refined. He's Shadow... You know what, Voyix? I didn't realize that. You've convinced me. That because I think Shadow Siege is a monster, and I even... This is maybe contentious. I think that there's an argument to be made that the morsels are also monsters. They're tiny, but I think they're maybe monsters too. So I think if he's made of morsels, I think Allied Contract can also just be a monster as well. That's interesting. If you got Dante on one of your runs and not to make him a main build, I've had a Dark Shark. I've done that before, and so has Voix. I'm pretty sure too. We've both done it where we've taken Dante, and then we've taken him to get his artifact, and then I don't know if he did it. I think I maybe removed him from my deck afterwards, or maybe I didn't. I probably just didn't remove him. I don't know, but that is like a thing you can do for sure, and it's debatable on if it's good or not. I don't know. I'm not willing to say that it's worth it yet to do, but it does seem pretty decent usually. Yeah, the lore is basically Shadow Siege was their first way to excavate the Crucible, so they just stapled morsels to a bunch of rocks and such. I started learning more, they refined this technique, and made Alloyed Construct. Wow. Are fungi monsters? No. In my opinion, you could maybe make the argument for Bolette, but even him, I don't think he's a monster. I think they're just dudes. They're mushrooms, and just because they interact with the cycles of death and rebirth and decay, that doesn't make them evil or bad. I don't think they're monsters. I think the mushrooms are actually pretty chill. Only monsters a shiny shoe for not delivering the Gilda Bathwater. You know what? Thank you for reminding me that the YouTube title, the live stream title, is involving Gilda Bathwater. I forgot about that. The fungi are homies. Agreed. Basically, more or less. What do I do here? I think I just go lmao on Ardoon here. And I think wait, do we have enough to play you as well? No, we don't. We can't roll out the Shield Steward here. That'll be fine. Well, you know what I'll actually do here? I think I prefer putting this... Oh, wait, you have Conduit as well. Never mind. I'll put the... We put the lmao on Cluster Kernel so we can tank the first hit, basically, and that should be fine. Blood just wants to be reading a book on the beach or something. I don't know, man. Maybe. I couldn't tell you. I have no idea what Bolette's deal is. Get this guy away from me, by the way. Get out of here, nerd. We'll goo you as well. Spore. You can go down here and just die, I guess. I don't know. And then it's looking pretty good. The real monster train was Seraph. No, Seraph is not on the train. Wrong. Incorrect. Order? Did I do it ordered wrong there? Ah, whatever. Not gonna sweat it too much on this one. Do not want a moon ritual here. We're off cycle. So I will instead shield you, play it in factory because why not? We get more mushrooms out of it. And then I guess just spike. Does it matter where? Put it there and pass. You missed an in-can armor? True. Look at him, he's on the train. He's not even on the train. He's flying outside of the train. He's not even on the damn train. Just false advertising all around, man. Who's hitting you? What's happening here? You're living? Get the fuck away from me, you freak. There we go. Okay, that's fine. Am I losing Mage Blade? Why was I... What was the dish... Why was I getting... What was Silence stopping me from there? Weird. Whatever. Wasn't losing Sweep. Ah, shit. Once again, no whatchamacallits here. No new moon. Wait, wait, Silence does stop this? Oh, because it's... Oh my god, it's an ability that gives you the sweep. It's not by default. You're right. Yeah, it's the full moon ability. I forgot about that. I forgot that it was an ability giving us sweep, not in sweep inherently. Well, this is a big issue then, folks. I'm gonna put this here to decay one of these fuckers. We're taking some damage, folks. Although, actually, no, we're taking way less damage. Okay, we're still taking a lot from him. Huh. Let these go. I need to descend you next turn, fucker. Look at another gravity. Uh-oh. Well, we have to play this differently, I guess, because this is not good. This is very bad, no good. We could maybe still win this. We're taking infinite pyre damage, basically, here. It's impressive just how bad that unit is. I don't think that this is a bad unit. It's annoying how inconsistent it maybe is sometimes. I don't think you can call that Acolyte bad. Sweep is just a bustedly strong ability, so even if it's just okay, it's pretty good in my opinion. We just play top floor. There's no reason to play mid floor, I guess. Well, there's a reason. It's to move Seraph out of the way, but I don't think it's worth it. Knowing what we know now, basically, I think not worth it. Basically, just got Cinder Style with Entropy Pyre for the first time. It's very good. It's a pretty good combo. I agree. You know, Dart Shark, I didn't think about that, but it was getting retained. You are right. That is kind of a weird interaction. I don't know why that's the case. I guess we do this and then send you to keep you here, so we actually, I think we move you out of the way so you don't hit the cluster kernel here. I think this is maybe better for us. Although we should have order law. We should have done this while you were on the floor to get the incant value, but it'll be fine. I'm not too worried. Put this here. You don't mind taking the Saros hit, you think? But I don't know. I don't think the free hit matters there much either, I guess. That also could just be very wrong. I don't know. Let's do this. Let's keep you alive here, buddy. And then play this here to get more conduit. And, oh, I guess we could put the Infectory down too. That's fine as well for us, I think. I think we didn't play the Infectory last time. That's probably a pretty good play. Okay. Everything's our abilities on resolve. Oh, I thought it was an enchant. Yeah, no, is the curses on resolve? The sap is an enchant, right? So that's weird. Oh no, you have made a mistake. You can triple stack the furnace tap. Yeah, that's a little bit of an oopsie there, bud. Yeah, that's a little bit. You can still give it permafrost. That's true. That's true. You don't see how that's a mistake. Yeah, there's, you know, intentional. Actually intentional and based and true. Honestly, you just get you up here so you're... Well, I guess it's fine. Okay, this works as well for me. I want to get you off that floor. It's still kind of annoying here, but it's not too bad, I guess, here as well. Whatever. Oh, you know what? I'm dumb. I should have played the last ritual because we were already losing the sweep because of the silencer. I should have played the last cycle there so we'd have Moon this turn. And now we don't have Moon this turn. God damn it. What a throw. What a throw. I'm so bad at this game. At least we're only taking 17 to Pyre for this, which is fine. I'll live with it. I'll pick off one of you boys too, I guess. Oh, wait. Huge. Never mind. Actually, just GG go next. Nerds, etc. Big. Moonless behavior. Maidenless, moonless. Can't win. Someone is missing the Glug Cider. Every day. Every day of every week of every moment of my life I'm missing Glug Cider. Are you kidding me? Of course. And now we have our held over Moon Ritual, so we're fine now. We're good. This does just work a lot. You know what? Get this fucking guy out of here. I'm sick of you. Go away, Deafening Herald. You want to play the Etch lines with Under Legion? Yeah, that's a weird one, right? Etch just feels like there's just enough support to be like, yeah, I understand why you exist, but not enough support to be like, but why do you exist? Like, it's close. It's a close one for sure. We'll go full incant here. Should be fine. Play Blessing. I guess we'll just go double Moonbeam here. You're dying, right? Okay, we're good. As long as you're dying, we're fine. Has Spell Chain plus Intrinsic plus Triple Stack. Now your friend has 8 multiplayer, but you can't cast anything. Wait, hold on. Wait, Triple Stack? Wait, am I crazy? I thought Triple Stack just wouldn't work on the Furnace Tap. I thought Triple Stack was only buffs, and I thought multi was a status. I thought it wouldn't get affected by this. Am I crazy? It does work? Oh, that's actually cool then. Never mind. I'm thinking dualism. You're right. I am thinking dualism, I guess, huh? That's cool then. Fuck it. Ball out. To be fair, wasn't the most disgusting Under Legion build that you took into the Endless base off of the Etch value triggers. Sadnar, it was mostly incanting, but we did take the two into the is it Spore Singer? Is that the name of the path? The incant path. We went 2 into that, so we did get the Etch ability, but it was mostly there for incanting. And we just had etch value as well, coincidentally, because it was that combined with the 1 dip into the +1 decay whenever you decay. Those were, I think the etch was the least important part of it, but it was part of it as well, basically. Is that Everbloom? Okay, Everbloom, my bad. Sorry. Apologies. Oh, Everbloom is in camp. Yeah, gotcha. Hey, take you out here. I do not want you existing if I can help it. Guess I sap you up here. Seems pretty decent. I guess come up and take a free hit here too. I don't think it matters too much. I don't know. I play Infectory just to get it out of deck, I think, here too. You also double stack the Titan Skin Tome. Ooh, that's pretty cool. That seems pretty neat. Okay, make it moon time. Keep playing the Phase Blessing here. That bitch ass hoe's dead. Do I want to move anyone? Not really. I guess I just maybe move Use here, not on the floor with Seraph. That doesn't matter. We can just end turn. Why am I overthinking this? This is just hit end turn pass, basically. Play 1 moon cycle pass type beat. I'll play here. I'll play 3 here now, I guess, basically. That's fine. Play the armor. Pass turn. Goodbye. Okay. Listen, for the value, we have to play this. Because the cycle staff is very important for us here, folks. That's not real for the record, but still. Damn! Arduin getting the slay, so that's actually hilarious. Never mind. Based. Cycle staff is important. I lied. Pulsar damage is not nothing. It's, and this run is basically nothing, but it's not nothing, I guess. Always look at random bonus if you get Moral Mistress to start. Never a dedicated line for me. Yeah, I just there's like a couple relics that have like good value for consuming. There's a couple of cards that have good value for consuming. There's like the Champ Path and like 1 unit that has like okay value for consuming. And like it just seems like it's too few and far between to get them all to come together on a run, right? But it is like there's like elements there for sure. But I don't think you can do a dedicated etch run basically on this. It's not, at least not in the same way you did dedicated etch runs with what's its name, and not the same way you did it with Wormkin and Monster Train 1 at least, right? It's not that style of build, I guess. Play this here and turn. Arden wouldn't get this life if it wasn't for the staff. True and real. So I like the idea of sapping the minion, but I also kind of like the idea of sapping entropy here early, just to prevent some damage coming in the cluster kernel, or maybe even actually probably on savagery. No, this is every turn. I'm gonna do this here actually. Maybe this is debatable. I'm gonna do this here. I kind of like it on this one. I'll Spore Touch you as well. And I'll put 1 up here. That seems right to me personally on this. I'm just saying that's why you want Wormkin back. It'd be so fun. I'm not like chomping at the bit for more Wormkin. I like the Wormkin, but I'm okay with them not being around. Maybe because they're like actually like pretty complex. And maybe they make things too hard thinking wise, brain hurt, etc. But I don't know. I guess I'll Spore Touch you twice. Move on. Didn't Etch Run in Monster Train 2 with Under Legion was very good. Dualism on the Etch unit gives 16 decay per consume, which is a lot. That is a lot. I agree. That's a big number. We gotta go Glaving here for sure. Play this. I think I'm not gonna play Spike. I think we can get a better Spike turn later. Do I just ascend you? Do I accelerate you so that way I take less pyro damage? I think it's too much damage to the mushroom here. Oh, actually, no. We have the you know, we can take it. We can tank it. We have the phase blessing here. We're fine. We are perfectly okay on this one. I guess I'll put this here still. I don't think it matters too much. Whatever. The egg line was so fun. It was definitely, you know, it's not fair to call it the least consistent, because if you didn't have a good consume card early, you would oftentimes take the, I guess it's probably actually the most consistent, huh? But I think the other two, if you had like any etching support, were way stronger. They were just so much stronger, man. Also, they just worked well together, right? You could do like a returner, one dip, two sometimes. Like you did crazy shit with that clan sometimes. Some actual goat shit happening in the Wormkin sometimes. Very cool. Get his ass back here. His ass is back, man. We can keep doing it as well here. I think we will. Let me do this, and then this. Phase Blessing, Pyre Light, and then send you back up. Get your ass beat. The fun guy is taking heavy damage now. Keep in mind, each time we ascend him, he is getting an extra multi-strike there. Because he's making the loop around. So he's getting his ass fucking spanked right now. But he'll be fine. He's bulky as hell. Drop Pandemic War Upland on Corruption Titan. We've only seen it once so far. I would if we saw it, but we haven't even drawn through the entire deck once yet.
Hey, it's not too late. You can leave now. You can
Humba Bella.
You can make it out while you.
Thank you for following. Hi. Or are you Bella? It could be either or. I don't know what your name is, but thank you for following. Appreciate it. What's my Titan winning streak so far? Right now I think it's what, 0. We're actually on a 0-win streak. My PB I think it's like 11 or 12, something like that. I forget what it is. Also, I'll play this here, I suppose. I can check. We can see after this run if you want to check it real quick. You're excited for the next patch. They said they're cooking on bigger changes than the last one. Listen. In my opinion, as soon as possible. I would actually say it's kind of urgent. The Slay bug existing is a really big issue for Little Fade. I think the fact that one of the champions is bugged is actually kind of a big deal, right? Like if it was like one unit, I would say take your time on it, don't worry too much. But an entire champion path is bugged right now, basically. That's kind of like a hey, maybe let's get on that one, huh? Type situation, basically. So I don't know. What's the Slay bug? The Slay bug is if a unit. Well, let me put it this way, right? If you didn't know, spikes. If a unit dies to your spikes, that counts as a slay, right? If you have some sort of benefit from killing someone with your spikes, it triggers slay effects, right? Right now, though, if the attack that would trigger a slay effect is also a killing blow to the, for example, Little Fade, right? You do not get the slay effect, right? So, for example, right? You probably have seen this play pattern many times with Little Icarus, Little Fade. Turn 1, you play Little Fade bottom floor, someone hits them and they both die. You no longer get that initial slay on Little Fade there, right? So then it's kind of a big issue, right? You see? That is in my opinion like a pretty urgent bug that needs to be fixed. And here's the thing, my understanding is it's not even that big of a bug, because like you still can like reform Little Fade and give her some more help, and then she can actually survive hits and get more slays. But that's like an integral part of her game plan, is early on especially farming slays by sacking her, right? That's kind of like the whole point of the character on that path. The fact that specifically is bugged is, in my opinion, kind of a big deal, and it's like a pretty like important hey, let's fix this type thing. That is pretty bad. It's a pretty substantial bug. Is how I would describe it. Also, I'm gonna play these. We could decay up here, but I'm decaying down here for the incant triggers. Oh, would that get me lethal? It'd be close. I don't know. Whatever. Who cares? And then spike me. Yeah, spike me here. Whatever. There we go. Slay when killed counts in Monster Train 1. Yeah, exactly. It counts and it works in Monster Train 1, and I don't know for certain, I have a hunch. They know about the bug. I'm sure they know about it by now, Joe. This is not like a we just figured this out today type thing. It's been like at least a week or two of people talking about the bug existing. I don't doubt that they maybe. I mean, they might not know about it in theory, I guess, but I don't know. Last time I bug reported something that was like a pretty well-known bug, I did have a chatter say that's a waste of reporting. They obviously know about it. So now I've been kink shamed out of reporting bugs. Missed out on points, true. You just realize you won't be able to cast Emberlight. Which one's Emberlight? I don't know what that is. Did you get turned out by reporting the... No, friend. No one ever said, like, no, you fucking idiot, don't report bugs, obviously. Oh, Pyrelite the spell. You're right. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. Pyrelite the spell. You're right. I know that one. Good run, by the way. Very cool. I think we'll do one more run for today's stream. Is there anything you guys want to see specifically? Any specific clan combos or I don't know. I mean, preferably one that I have like, or not preferably one that I haven't completed yet in the logbook. Is there anything you guys want to see here? How's the dimensional challenges been going? I have not been doing them. I have not been doing them mainly because I am just trying to do my best. I will do the dimensional challenges after I finish the logbook. I'm a little too content pilled. I want to get this done as fast as possible so I can make videos saying like, I finished the logbook, here's what I think, yada yada, right? Which is not, I guess, with the purest of intention or whatever, but like still, it's kind of important. Something with banished, melting banished. Do I have melting banished yet? You know what? We have no melting banished done. We can do melting banished, absolutely. Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try here. New chat. Listen, you're a first time chatter. You kind of get priority. So congratulations on that. So, do you have a preference for Little Fade versus Rector here? Moe Zing, if I'm saying that correctly. Hey, don't sniff the first time chatter. Stop it. Stop it. Hey. Oh, knock it off. Boyix. Heal, boy. Heal. Surely we live past Ring 2. Maybe. Maybe here. We'll see. I don't know. I'm down to play Rector, I think, on this one. Let's see how it goes. Oh, and sorry, also, I forget who was asking before. Someone was asking, I think it was Joe maybe asking about win streak. Let me see. Hold on. What's our best? Is it 11? Our best win streak is 12. I would not be shocked. I can't say it for certain. I wouldn't be shocked if one of these wins died to Titans, which is kind of like a, you know, a Mickey Mouse win streak then. But I don't know. I don't remember. Oh, so Thwomps, if you're curious about this, right? There are 2 crown types. You might see a couple of them scattered around here. The gold crown is for winning on Covenant 10, but not for beating the Titans on Covenant 10, right? Some of these are wins, but not Titan wins. That's what those are there. So if you want to see a gold crown run, those are also on the table because I want to do that as well for logbook reasons. Let us see Spikes fade with Just Cause. That's, you know what, that's kind of interesting. So here's the thing. We were, I don't, Moe Zing, if I'm saying that correctly. I don't know if you were here. We were, before you typed, we were literally just talking about there's a bug with Little Fade with Spikes. But if we see it, we'll play it. If we see it, we'll play it here. We'll see how it goes. I think there's an argument to be made here that with Little Fade, with Banished, we don't have to play a Reform strategy. We can maybe try a Valor strategy with Little Icarus, which could be really cool and fun, right? If we can hit the critical mass of Valor required to live through waves, Little Fade will go fucking bananas, basically, right? So that sounds cool to me. I want to give it a try. We'll see how it goes here. And you know what I'll even say here? You know what we'll do here? We have a win streak of 1. Who cares? I'll reset until we see Little Icarus actually here. That sounds like it's actually kind of like a cool line basically. I want to see how it plays. So no need to reset. We got the little Icarus here. Very cool. Weird. So this is my first time seeing Blood of the Apex this early. Am I crazy? This seems like really strong early, right? But I guess the question is that will it be good? I don't know. You know what would actually be sick here, maybe? Not even that good. I can see the line. What is it? Is it Winge's? What is it? Winge's spirit? What's the shield relic, right? Or the shield equipment? Shield of Winge. I think Shield of, because none of our other equipments in this clan give us health. I think Shield of Winge on Little Fade could be really cool here, right? Now, question here: if my revenge effect from my equipment kills someone, does Little Fade get the slay as well? Does anyone know how that works? I genuinely don't know this. You would assume so. I would assume so. It is a slay. So Little Fade, let's try this, man. This sounds like it could be really cool. Let's shoot for the shield. I don't think it'd be that because it's only 10 HP. We're gonna need like either damage, shield, or valor here to make this work. But this could be really cool. I'm actually really excited for this run. This sounds awesome. And I think we'll just do this here. I think actually early on, I suspect, and maybe I'll be wrong here, but I suspect we're probably gonna be playing Little Fade up here, and then maybe behind a Shield Steward, basically. That's how I see this going down right now, but maybe not. I'm not sure. Actually, I put the lasagna box full of train stewards behind the reform units with 10 reanimate, and you've been sent to the Thunderdome dimension. Good luck, Dynamon. That sounds like a pretty long one. Hi, I'm not complaining, just feedback. Your rules thingy is so long, the top of it is off screen, so you couldn't read it all. So, Soulguard, don't worry. I appreciate your feedback. The idea of the rules being so long is that it's more of a joke than anything. That it's a bit that there's so many rules. So don't worry about it. You'll be fine. I know there's too many rules, basically. 100 viewers popping off, right? Cash, you lied to me. It's actually 94 right now. I can't believe you would trick me like this. So I think the plan here is stack up as much valor as you can, but if Little Fade is dying, we switch you out then. And that should be cool. Actually, it should be really strong here against these waves as well. Ooh, weird spot here. Hey, interesting question. Isn't Tycoon better Train Steward? Yeah. Oh, actually, yeah. Ah, shit. You know what? Actually, you're just right. I actually just want to restart now. We should just put the Tycoon up with a Little Fade here instead. You are right. You are right. Lucky me, no mods in sight. You are lucky Burr's not here, or else he would probably snipe you for the sake of it. That guy's been so trigger happy lately. It's concerning. The first rule on the list was not mentioning the length of the rules. Yeah, but like it's you know. Yeah, it's a bit more than anything. I was thinking, do we play the blood suit here? I think we don't, because then I think the train steward picks you off, and that's an issue. So I think we want to just play it like this here. Just daze you to stop the curse coming in. What are you killing? Oh shit! New chatter, run! Also, greed. Easy. Mobo thinks YouTube doesn't count. Well, we're counting YouTube. Actually, how many do we have in YouTube right now? Let me see. We're counting YouTube. We're like way over 100 then, Cash. I count YouTube as being real people. Maybe Cash. I guess maybe Cash just doesn't. I don't know. Maybe he counts them as like a percentage of people, which is pretty fucked up. Oh shit. Hold on. We have an issue here. We have an issue, and that is solvable. We have to move you, I think, out of the way here. Then that's fine. Okay, good enough for me. You are a real people. I know. Cash is the one here that hates you all. I don't know what his problem is though. It's really it's really fucked up. I'm gonna do this into this here, and that gets me one more slay on Fade. Obviously, we're leaking a ton here, but listen, this is all for the sake of Little Fade scaling. Trust me. This will pay off later for sure. You gotta have faith on this one, people. You want Ben, you answer one question. When you die, do you get to haunt anywhere in the world as a ghost? Or you get to, where do you choose? I don't know, man. Oh, you're... Oh, shit. Okay, Little Fate is having some trouble here, folks, I gotta say. We're having some issues on this one, because we can't just cause, because he just snipes my ass. Oh, but I can... Wait, I can reform. Wait, I can't. I can't. We don't have room. Shit, never mind. Never mind. There's no room there. Hold on. You, friend, you haunt the Mount Everest summit. That's like maybe a goated spot to haunt, actually, when I think about it, huh? I'll do this here, I think. Oh, you know what we do as well? No, actually, that's not that good. I was gonna say we can move you to the front and kill you. Or let's play some armor here and just move on with my life. Okay, how are we looking here, folks, into this Relentless? Not good. He is actually killing me. So, uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh indeed. Okay. So I think one thing here is that I should have played the Little Fade plan bottom, right? I remember this. I think a lot of times you get this guy, you play your main floor, bottom floor, so that way everyone else doesn't steal the sap from you. So let's try this instead here. Let's see how this plays. This line looks goofy as fuck. I think it would be a lot better if Little Fade wasn't bugged. Because if Little Fade wasn't bugged, we would just have Little Fade kill the Miscreant here. And we'd be kind of perfectly fine. Maybe we need to reform you, actually. Shit, I don't know. Let's do this and pass. There we go. Let's try the reform angle here, actually. You could have killed the big guy that's moving the curse. Dude was triggering the armor as well. I'll be honest, lad, I've already kind of forgotten the entire context of what we just did, so I don't know what you're saying. It's not your fault, it's just me being stupid. Okay. Also play this Spear Steward on the same floor as Fade and Tycoon. Oh, you're right, but you just have room there, huh? That's very true. That's very true and very real, huh? Let's do this. And then we will reform Little Fade here. And it's not going well. I'm noticing some issues here, folks. It's kind of looking a little nasty and gross. And then we give you the blood suit. Oh my god. And you know what? Reservation. Activate. Play this here. Play this here. Play the Chime of Despair. Uh-oh. Oh, I restarted the fight while you were typing. My bad, my bad. Is Tycoon the biggest glow up from the deployment phase? He feels so strong. I don't think so. I don't think this is the biggest glow up. I don't think he's not to be real. I don't think he's even really in the talk. There's so many huge glow ups between 1 and 2. I don't think he's even in the discussion, honestly. But I could be wrong about that as well. I don't know. Okay, what do we do here? Could play Little Fade up here and assassinate this fallen champion. I think we're supposed to just try to keep. Oh, we can't fit you here. Shit. Okay, we have to do this now then. Get his ass, Little Fade. Oh, I could drip fall you down. I could be like a fucking secret assassin here, man. Drip fall Fade. But he burns. She burns out in like 2 turns. It's not very good. I could just cause Fade. I think I should just cause. Get some slays in, maybe huge. We'll see. Drip fall. We're fucking toast, man. Does our pyre even live this? Okay, we've survived. We've survived. Duism, what's the Fade bug? So the Fade bug is that when a unit is killing with spikes, it normally gains a slay trigger, right? If let's say for example, someone attacks Fade and dies to Fade spikes, Fade would get the increased stat boost, right? The problem is that if that attack that is hitting Fade kills fade, she is no longer getting the slay bonus anymore, which is not how it worked in Train 1. Maybe, you know what? For the record, maybe they've decided they don't want it to work that way. Maybe they want, maybe this is an intentional design choice. Maybe they want you to lose slay when your unit dies. That's kind of massive. It's, yeah, if it's not intentional, it's a huge bug. If it is intentional, it's a huge nerf, right? Basically, that's no two ways about it other than that here. Oh, they molded on this, I suppose. I don't know. Has the bug been fixed because the animation saying slay is still showing up? You know what? I didn't look closely here. I should make an effort to actually look closely and see if it works. I don't know, though. What are we doing here? Probably left side. I imagine left side here's the way to go. I think we just need like some sort of big unit upgrade here. Like Larson or Titanite maybe. On Tycoon is fine here. Dripfall, Train Steward, and Reform for better top unit floor. You know what, Cash? That would have been actually a pretty interesting line. I didn't think about that actually, huh? Do you think that Transcendent multiple summon triggers equals multiple summons for the purpose of room triggers is a bug or an intentional design choice? Sorry, Enkidu, hello. I don't know what this is. So, when you say multiple summon triggers, do you mean like copying multiple different summon triggers? Because it says like all previous summon triggers, I'm pretty sure, on the card, right? Let me see here. Hold on. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Oh, I opened up the Discord. Oh, God. Oh, God. Shit. Ignore that. Hold on. You can't even see it, but whatever. Hold on. Okay, let's see here. Unit, rare, transcendent. One play, because it says repeat all summon effects triggered so far, right? There's nothing on the card that would indicate that, like, a duplicated, like, a, you know, a summon that, I guess, like, are you saying, like, the relic? Like, the fact that it's duping the dupes off of what's it called here? Where's the relic? Off of Ashes, is it Ashes of the Fallen? Where's the double, this thing here, right? Ashes of the Fallen, right? Is it, like, is there some sort of interaction that's not intuitive? When you play, it summons 5 triggers. Let's say if you're in a room that adds 7, each trigger causes you to gain 7. Yeah, that seems, that's correct, I think, more or less. Does that, you know what I've never thought of? I've never, Enkidu, first off, hello, welcome to the stream. I guess that room is a summon effect. You're talking about Lazarus League here, right? You're talking about the Lazarus League room where it gains stats on summon, huh? That is a summon effect. So that seems like not a, but that seems like correct functioning, right? You're talking about reanimation lab here, basically, right? You know what's interesting here? What's really weird about this is that, like, this card doesn't summon when you play it. It activates on other units summoning. But the card that you're playing doesn't actually have the summon keyword. It gains stats. It's not like, it doesn't, like, the... Here's my guess. My guess is that the way that this is coded is, or so to clarify. So I've never played this before, Enkidu. Are you saying this does work? Right, you're saying that Reanimation Lab does work with Transcendent, right? It does get the stat gains. Is what you're saying? It does. Okay. So my guess here, and I'm not positive. My guess is that the way this is the way this card functions is basically it gives the unit you're playing a summon trigger as they're being played. Right? So it might not, like, as text 100% line up with Transcendent's effect, right? Because it's not a unit being summoned, or it's not a unit with a summon effect, and the Reanimation Lab isn't giving you a summon effect on the thing. It's just triggering when someone is summoned, right? But I guess that's enough to activate the Transcendent. It's definitely not the most intuitive implementation, but I can see why it works, basically, right? That's really cool for the record. Having that I'm excited for whenever I pull that off. That sounds like a really fun run. Is getting a 1000 Transcendent, basically. You don't think it gives summon effects as the room effects worked under Silence from Heralds? But it works with Transcendent? That's so weird. I would imagine it's... Well, there's two things, right? There's two things. Either it's coded the way that I said it, where it's giving the unit this effect, and then it might not be intentional. If it's not giving it that effect, it just seems like it is just intentional then. It seems like this is like a literal summon effect that is then being copied by Transcendent. So I don't know. You know what? I will say that's really cool. That's really neat. Sorry, we're getting distracted here. What's in our shop? We have Titanite Frenzy Stone. You had a mechanics question. You can't remember what it is, so you're sad now. Tragic.
Hey,
also,
it's not too late.
and Kiddu, thank you for following. I appreciate it. Very cool.
You can make it out while you still have a chance.
Thanks for taking the time to hit that question. No problem, of course. It's very fascinating. I would like to learn things about this game too. So a question where I get to learn is like the best. I'm not a big fan of the Crusader here, but if we need like an actual like real tank, we could play the Crusader, I suppose. Oh, you know what? No, we should play Sword Maiden here. We should definitely play Sword Maiden because we have Blood of the Apex. We want to, as fast as possible, make an equipment tutorable. You take this for sure here. Tycoon, yeah, Tycoon also is a tank. You're not wrong about this. So I think we do Titan Stone on Wickless Tycoon for the sake of tankiness right now, right? And then I don't know what we even do with Frenzy Stone here, if anything. Probably just nothing. Maybe we just put it on Sword Maiden. I don't think it goes on Sword Maiden. Sword Maiden just pulls the Blood Suit. Oh, we have Blood Suit. You're right. Hey, do we just remove both our Blood Suits right now? Or I guess we can hold on to the money and do it later. We can wait till this ring to do the Blood Suit removal, huh? Yeah, let's wait on it. It's not bad currently. Do we take Frenzy Stone? I guess there's something to be said about if we have a very high equipment focus here, we can give you multi and you are gaining Valor for Artificer, right? It's kind of interesting. I don't know. What do you think happens if it gets the multi-strike enchantment but is purged on death? Sorry, hold on. You had a unit that was enchanted with Endless. Schultz, I think someone told me that the unit does not die, but I'm not certain about this. I don't know for sure. Because I think the interaction, there's a similar interaction in Monster Train 1 with the circle, the wheel. I think an Endless unit did not get purged by that effect for whatever reason. But I think the idea is that like Endless, it does still purge. Okay, I could be wrong then. Again, it's been so long since I played Monster Train 1. I don't remember the exact interaction, but I thought I remember someone saying that Void Armament on an Endless unit, if they died, did not get purged. But I don't know. I don't know about this one. I'm not sure. Do not blame me when you lose your run because you took this and it kills you. I claim nothing. Also reroll me here. I want to get some interesting stuff here. I don't hate Endless. I think I'm just gonna go plus 20 though. It's a lot cheaper. Plus 20 a lot cheaper here. I don't hate, actually it's pretty cheap too. I'll take Valor on the Sword Maiden as well here. Are you allowed to blame me for other advice? No blaming me allowed. If you blame me, you will be shot into space. Nothing has ever been my fault ever, except for maybe like one or two things ever, but don't. Fake news, etc. Dante, oh my god, Dante from hit video game Monster Train 2. In the Purge challenge, where a unit purges on death, doesn't purge Endless, so you think it doesn't purge? I haven't played that challenge, so I wouldn't know Dante the got one, but also, thank you for the insight. You just lost a run with Windleton, Savagery, Pirates, so you're blaming me? Fuck, my bad. You got me on that one. I'm a little bit scared here. We have 18 Pyre health remaining. I'm not taking the trial, but I think even then we might just be cooked on this one. I don't know. I think we might end up leaking a little bit here. Okay, so let's play, I think, top floor with the Tycoon. Or maybe just bottom floor. I don't know. We can play these all together here. In theory. I think I'm just cooked here, man. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna try... I have an idea. I think it's a bad idea, but I'm gonna give this a shot here. I'm gonna play the Blood Suit on you because we're not moving the Sword Maiden at all, and it is just increased valor off of Sword Maiden. And maybe this carries us. I think we're gonna leak, man. I think we're dead here, honestly. I think we are fucked on this one. I'll put you here. I'll just cause this. Can Bloodsuit gain attack? You know, that's a great question. We'll find out, I suppose, maybe. I don't know how equipments with a base attack of 0 interact with this. We'll find out. I don't know. So we're in danger. Oh, I think I'll suit you. But does this work? Actually, it's an ally, isn't it? Oh, fuck me. We can do that. That's not... We need to blood suit the spearman here. Drip fall the maiden for funny. I don't think that's a very good line for us here today. I'm sorry to say. Let's put you here. Put this here. Play the shard. We're fucking dead here, man. It is looking incredibly Jover to me, folks. Okay, you're all leaking. You know what? Actually, I want to replay this here. Hold on. I think we have to go slay, or we have to go spike mode here on Little Fade. Play the Bloodsuit on Baron and just cause Fade to the front for double the funny. I think we need to. I think Little Fade needs to be being reformed. I think on this. That's my gut here is that we actually need to reform Little Fade for spike value to kill backline here. I think beyond that we've got basically no shot. So we'll see how that works. Put this here. I think we drip you to kill the Spearman. That seems fine. Okay. And then we reform you again. Kill one more backline there. And I guess we just play the suit here and kill you. We kill you on the... I was like, why are you not dying? You die when you come up here. Okay, very good. This... If we can survive to Ring 3 and get to the equipment and get the payoff for Blood of the Apex here, I think we are going to lose horribly in the Archeon fight, but it would be funny to see at the very least. Bad to give Bloodsuit damage means that the equipment on enemy, they get the extra attack. I mean, you are right, huh? It would be how it works. That is not good for us. Okay, well, huh? Interesting. So I believe here, I think we can confirm, because Little Fade started this with 9 spikes, right? And Little Fade has been trading death for slays, and she has not gained any spikes now. This is we can confirm that this has been not correct, right? Here? Yeah, no spikes gained. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Play you here. And just pass for now, I suppose. Little Fade dies next turn, which is good for us. Uh-oh, that's an issue, huh? Okay, hold on, wait a second. Wait 1 minute. You know what I'm gonna do here? I'm gonna drip you. So that way, Little Fade slays you and then dies. That seems correct to me. And we'll just do this into this here. That way, Wickless Tycoon gets 4 Valor instead. Hooray. Dr. Fatboy, good morning to you as well. Good morning. Hopefully you're having a good one today. Well, gotta play Fade here to get the Slay on the backliner there. Seems pretty obvious. Get a little bit more armor here. We have to unfortunately leak you. Nothing to do about that. We can hopefully get the last reform here on Fade, although we might miss. We have at least, I think, 2 dead units in here, right? Or something like that. We have 1 dead unit beside that. Okay. Oh, we're actually already winning. I didn't even realize that. Lovely. Yeah, the Titanite Wickless Tycoon is giving us the slightest glimmer of hope. The absolute slightest glimmer of hope here. Little Fade is not getting the Slay, so let's move you up here. Still not getting the Slay, huh? Tragic. You definitely play it that way so you get the extra Harvest trigger for a little bit more money. You didn't know Spike's Fade was bugged. It's tough. I think she'll be good when the bug is fixed. And then, oh, you know what? Ooh. Okay, folks. It's kind of all coming together. We have Divinity for big Valor gains on Fae. We have the chance here to maybe get Shield of Winge. Oh, Shield of Winge. Okay. Okay, it is coming together. It's happening. What's the bug? Okay, so the bug here, Dr. Fatboy, is spikes usually give you a Slay trigger if the enemy hitting you dies from the spike effect, right? However, if the unit that is hitting you kills you, the unit that would get the Slay trigger no longer gets the Slay trigger. This is very relevant with Little Icarus Fade. Little Icarus Fade, as you can see here, I was 1 HP. If someone hits her and the spikes kill them, she does not get her perma scaling, which is a big issue. However, we've maybe found a way around that. We maybe are going to be okay. You know, I'll even take Fight Club as well on this. So the plan now is deployment, right? We're gonna go. We're not making this deployable yet, at least here. Or maybe we'll make it deployable, but then not play it. I don't know. We'll see. So the plan now is Shield of Winge on Little Fade to give her some bulk, and then we give her as much Valor as possible. And I think this can work, man. I think this might be good enough. Oh, likely to one-shot. Which one is this? Scion of Savagery? No, we Illustrious. This is Scion of Savagery here, so at least early on, Archeon will only have like 7 damage by default, I think, right? So that combined with Dripfall, we can hopefully keep Archeon off the floor when it's bad for us, right? And then we can stack enough scaling on Divinity with Valor in general to maybe get there now. This, folks, this could be it. This could get there. I'm gonna make the Fight Club deployable. I think we're taking Energy Upgrade first, and then we're gonna maybe play it later. We'll see. I don't know. Let's hope it aligns. Oh, I forgot. I'm stupid. I shouldn't have taken the deployable. That's actually... No, we're fine. We're fine. I gotta remove the blood suits. I forgot about the blood suits. This would be really bad if I kept these in here and then we hit the Shield of Winge on the what's it called? On the Sword Maiden. That would have actually broken my heart, I think. So we're good now. We're good now. This Fade with Loam Coat. Oh, this would be sick with Loam Coat. I agree. For sure. That would be awesome right now. Well, this is interesting. This is very intriguing. I think with the Blood of the Apex, I have to take like the Hef's Hammer. I don't think it does anything for us really here, though. You know, the thing is that I wanted Fight Club for my top floor usually with this combo, so we could just get the deployable Fight Club here for free, basically. Well, I guess Hef's Hammer messes with the Sword Maiden draw. That's true, too. It does mess with the Sword Maiden draw right now. You know, that's honestly good enough for me. I think I just take the... I know we just made this deployable. I think we just, you know, take this as well here now. It should be hopefully fine. We'll see. I don't know. The shield's not getting that much value because the damage is only based on HP. Am I crazy? I thought it was HP and armor. It is just HP. You're right. You're right. But that is hopefully still going to be decent. Hammer just needs Overgrowth, Carapace, and Dante to own the world. Yeah, only a couple of things there. Also, Growa, hello. Hi, welcome to the stream. How's it going? I'll be honest. I think we're toast on this one. I think we're just gonna be dead here. It was fun while it lasted, but I think the jig is up here today. But you know what? Maybe not. We'll see. Who knows? Little Fade, Shield of Winge, pass turn. You can just drip your ass out of here, huh? Which is pretty cool. Spear Steward in for 1. Do I drip you twice? I think I do, actually. I think I just get as much days as we can stack here is probably a good thing. Okay. You're still dazed, which is good for us. Stack of the Valor. Honestly, I think if these both out of deck here is fine. This, again, this could work. Hello, chat, you've been here the whole time? What the fuck? She's been here the whole time? How'd she do that? Dude, it's kind... People, it's kind of working. We're killing the floor. It's kind of working. It's kind of happening. Why don't you say hi to us? True. Okay, well now... Okay, so here's the thing. Classic maneuver here. Tank swap. Tank swap, guys. It's the meta. I think we actually move you up here. And then tragically, we do give Archeon some siphons here, which is not good news. That'll be fine, don't worry. This is all according to Keikaku. And then we move Little Fade back up here. What is the Little Fade spike bug? I know you know, Io. You're trying to trick me into saying it again to make me go crazy. But I'm not crazy. Everyone else is the crazy ones. You can't trick me. I'm too smart for this. If Legend's going to be a problem, almost everything on this run is going to be a problem for the record. There's so many problems on this run, but yes, also probably true and real. You're leaking, which I don't love. I can move you to the front, though. Is that good? That's worse for us, I suppose. Okay, hold on. What if the Little Fade Spikes bug was friendship? I don't know, Glader. I think that would mean nothing to me. Oh, you know what we could do here, and it would hurt to do. We could move you, and then it would be hit, clear the whole floor, but then lose Fade. I don't think that's the line. I think we have to tank a hit here. We have to take a hit here and do the tank swap. I think that's the line on this one. You know what? Actually, I like a lot here. I like moving you. You have 16 Valor on you right now. We move you to the front. You're actually doing a pretty good job of being tanky as well. So here's the plan. Here's the plan, folks. Okay, I got it. I got it. Right? Check this shit out. Gonna blow your mind. Boom into boom here. Look at that play. You're still leaking, but now like the Sword Maiden's taking virtually no damage. Little Fade's in the back here, and Archeon only has 19 rage. That's not a bad amount of rage. That's workable, I would say. This seems like it'll be fine. Maybe. Oh, I forgot we also had a reservation here too. I should have played around this a bit more on this run as well. I think we had a turn where I could have played Divinity with reservation and I forgot. Do I need more defense or offense? I think I need more defense. I think what I want to do here is put you here, and with Titan I give you the armor off of Divinity, and that should be really strong. Another slay, very good. Come on, dude, please survive. Dude, we're fucking. I think we've made it past the precipice of this run. I think this was the hardest challenge here. I think now that we're at this point, I think we got a good shot at actually making this work. Voyix, why is she being so mean to you? What's up with Io? Do you see that? That's fucked up, man. I'll take Spike, I think, on this one, actually. I'll go Spike. I think we just need as much for our plan to work. We need as much Valor as humanly possible. So I'll take that. Battle Dancer is kind of interesting. I don't hate Battle Dancer if we're shifting around a lot, but I think I'm just going to stick with what we got here and maybe try to just make it work. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'm skeptical. I think I go with Divinity being here. Maybe see if we get an energy upgrade. I know we have reservation, but I don't know. Seraph gives his hardest challenges to his hardest streamers. Hey, let's not call me... Let's not say... I'm not currently hard. To clarify. Not hard presently. I think I want to go left side. Actually, where do I want to go here? Yeah, I want to go left side for Pyre health here. I think is my best bet. I think the steel shop's not worth that much. Armory's kind of cool here, but we kind of with the whole relying on Shield of Wind Shear thing, I'm a little hesitant to get another equipment in. I think we go left side. No, Lustrous, I did not. I said the opposite. You're cutting out, and you're fake newsing me. What the hell? Lord P is truly a sign God is dead. You know, maybe your God is dead, but what about, you know, maybe a new greater God has been born. Have you considered? No, that's actually stupid. Never mind. Ignore me. That's not real. I guess go Little Icarus 2 here. Let's keep trying to make this line work. We can't afford both of these. I think if we're really committing, if we're really trying to commit hard to this sort of Little Fade tanking line here, I think Captain's Halo is actually really cool. Right? I wish we could get both of these. If we can get both of these, that'd be so nice for us right now. But we can't. You know what? Oh, dude, maybe... No, actually, I think Cascade's probably going to be more Valor overall for us here. I'll take Cascade. I think it's better. What if he had Reanimate or Endless, though? True. Good point, actually. Never mind. He would just come back, then. Can I get some money in here somehow? Like maybe 100 gold real quick? Weird choices here, folks. Obviously we have this weird tanky Tycoon. So I think both Benevolence and Courage makes sense here as a build. I think I just prefer Courage. Yeah, I'll go Courage on the Tycoon, I guess. I don't know. What if you put Glorpass in the jar? Don't put Glorpass in the jar. Glorpass is claustrophobic. That'd be very upsetting. Don't do it. I'm taking Cascade, by the way, here. I've decided. Cascade's a pretty huge hit for us here, I think. And it should give us, I think, ultimately... I mean, I guess we need 2 instances of Valor gain per turn to equal the Valor gain there. But with our Just Causes... maybe it's not actually worth it. I don't know, actually. Now I'm debating it. I think it's pretty close, but I think it was maybe better to do... whatever. We'll see. Cascade, MTG reference? No, not MTG reference. You don't think my damage will keep up and stuff will just leak? Well, we'll see. We shall see. I'm not taking Titan Skin here. That seems like it'll cause even more leaking to happen. No, thank you. This game also has Proliferate, but not in our clan, so it's going to be hard to find that. But you know, it does exist. You're not wrong about that. There were no curse units here, right? I think we can do this pretty safely. I guess we actually just set up a little mini fight club down here, huh? Not the best draw ever. I've seen worse. I've seen better. Pass turn. Need to play bottom with the Titan Skin, kind of silly Titan Skin. Ooh, maybe you're right. You know what? We'll see. We'll see what happens here. We will see how it goes. Can I please stop getting all these fucking molded cards, game? Hello? Yeah, they are kind of leaking here, huh? If we do this into Spike, we do kill him, I think. Take 1 shard hit, but that's not too bad. And the Collector leaks, but I don't think we're ever stopping the Collector here. Okay, it is... The plan is working. We are getting enough Valor to tank here, which means Little Fate is going to be killing all of the backliners here for us, basically. It's... oh, but you're leaking. Fuck you, man. God damn, whatever. It's 1 hit. Not a big deal here. 1 hit. He makes it through just barely. We'll be fine. I think actually no one else will leak here after the yeah, no one else should be leaking now. Dude, it's maybe kind of goated, people. It almost ate shit and died. But once we get like this kind of scaling, it's gonna, I think, snowball. Uh-oh. This might be a problem for us, though, huh? You know what? I think this might be the reason why we're supposed to play bottom floor. This might kill us completely. The drumstick pause in this song goes so hard. I'm not a drummer. I don't know anything about drums if I'm being completely honest with you. And this might be an issue. We'll see. Play this. And you know what? I might as well pop the reservation here. Play this here. Reform. Huge gains on this one. Look at that. Look at that. He's dead. Oh, actually, if I daze you, does he die? No, he's dead. Okay, never mind. Okay. These guys have about 1 bajillion Titan skin. Yeah, they get kind of crushed here. But what if we move you to the front? It's closer, but we still lose. Okay, so we had to play bottom floor. Not so much, I mean, for the Sentinels, but because mostly because of the boss here. Let's restart. Move boss. Oh, would move boss to the front be good there? Would it actually save me? It'd be pretty close, I think, huh? We'll just play bottom floor. Just cause the maiden. I think we'll just reset and play bottom. Actually, just causing the boss is actually a really interesting play there. There's a thought. It would have been closer for sure. Going to sleep now. Bye, Io. Have a good night. Have a good one. Well, let's just play. I think bottom floor is going to be definitely the play here. We're TBHing. This is the play, certainly. And we'll have these up here to maybe catch someone leaking if we're lucky. Although with this you do die, which is not great. Well, tank swap. Shield Steward can go here too. Maybe the plan is mid-floor then, which I don't think is right either, but maybe it's mid-floor. Can I ever have Little Fade survive this year? I don't think so, right? Dude, I don't know. It's kind of over for us here, maybe. We can do this, which is not that good. And a reform line doesn't work here really well either, which would be a problem for us. Maybe it's, it might just be. Let's try mid floor here. Let's try mid floor to give us a chance to maybe scale a little bit of Valor turn 1, and then hopefully get there. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe that'll be enough. Maybe it won't even be close. Third time's the charm. Let's see. Oh, it's only this one Valor stack. Is that enough to live? 14. 14. Huh. I'm noticing a predicament here, folks. Bit of an issue on this one I'm still seeing here. Yeah, you're dying. You're dying really bad. I think we're doomed. Yeah, tank swapping loses the crucial phase scaling here early. Yeah, I don't know what to do about this. We could just... Have I tried turning off your train? Have I tried turning my train on and off again? Maybe. Yeah, it might need to be a reform line then. But that seems horrible. The big issue with the reform line is we do lose the shield as well. Yeah, we could. You know what? We can try the retry and then move the boss to the front here. Maybe that's enough. I'm skeptical, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. Maybe it gets there. Who knows? I'm gonna put you here. And then play this here. You know what? We might actually... We had an issue with this guy leaking before. Maybe we can get an extra... Well, it wouldn't be an extra Slayer, but maybe we can kill you by playing these Train Stewards out here. I think I didn't play them last time. We're not going to be able to handle later circles. I mean, I keep saying we'll see. I don't know. Because I think this is going to be said about, like we've kind of suffered on not getting many Slayers here. If we can survive this fight, I think Little Fade might just be able to carry as like a backline, killer, basically. We'll see. I don't know. I am genuinely very skeptical here. 5 out of 180 now. Nice job, Dino Mom. What was the most recent one? How'd you do? this. I did this into this last time, right? Oh, I forgot we have a reservation here. Oh, you know what? Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Woo, woo. Oh my god. Oh my god. Wait a second. Wait a second. Dude, reservation. Spike. Look at this shit. 21 Valor. That might be the difference maker right there. I forgot that we had reservation. That could be it. If someone said it and I didn't notice them say it, I apologize that I missed that. But this could be the difference maker right here. Fell permascaling with a sewer fight club to prevent damage from the Centaur Man. Interesting. Okay, cool. Burnout might have worked if we took the Wicklash on Ring 1. Maybe. But when we went into this, I wanted to try out the idea of if we can get enough Valor on Little Fade for her to carry. That was like the idea of this run in general, was seeing if this could work. So I kind of wanted to commit it to a strategy like this to see how it goes. And it might work. We'll see. Valor armor very efficient on reformless spikes fade. At least you think that's what this deck is right now. That's the plan right now, Panhandle. We're trying to play a no reform Little Icarus fade here purely through Valor as our defense. That is what we're doing, and it is sketchy for sure, but I think it's a neat idea at least. So that's what we're trying to get done here. Can I daze you? There we go. Nice. Boss shows up here, pulls everyone down. I guess we keep doing this. I guess we do this. And kill him, maybe somehow get value at some point off this guy. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we can get something here. Okay, definitely play the fade here. Play these out. Wrong steward. So sad. Okay. Let's see if this extra reservation play here makes any difference. Okay, it's not looking great so far. But if we pull you to the front and move you to the front, it's not even close. It is not even close. So we are very much roasted and toasted here. I mean, yeah, we're just dead as hell. Yeah, it was just a little too slow to get going, I guess. So sad. Maybe there's some sort of configuration that gets there. Let's see. And if you don't move the boss, Maiden to the front. I don't think Maiden to the front is good. We'll try a bunch of different iterations. Let's see what happens. So I'm thinking like, there's Little Fade. I mean, Little Fade obviously here survives the first round of hits at the very least, right? Because we're killing these axe throwers. And I assume this is 2 hits on the judge as well, which is why you're taking 100 damage. You have an excellent chance of winning this fight by starting a new run. True. If we move you to the front, does that change anything? Yeah, not really. Nothing changed here. This. I was thinking about maybe like moving some of these like. What's something we can look at here? Hold on. We maybe look at like moving the higher Titan skin guys. I know it gives them Valor, which is kind of like a big no-no here. What about some of these higher Titan skin dudes? If we get them to the front, how does that look? Worse. Just way, way, way worse. Yeah, no matter how I'm sliced, this is not looking very good for us, folks. You know, I'm glad we tried it. It seems like this is not very feasible. Or you know what I can see maybe being the case? Maybe when the bug is fixed, maybe early game you do just play the reform line and bring Little Fade back and farm slays. And then maybe at some point, Little Fade can become your tank via Valor, but at least it doesn't seem very good here. And also, Blood of the Apex on Little Fade with Shield of Winch for more. I think a big thing is maybe if we didn't need Shield of Winch here and we had some other way to give you some starting health, this would be better too. I don't know. We'll see. I'm glad we tried it though. It just was really, really bad, basically. But you know what? Again, you gotta play things right to learn if they're good or not. So I'm happy we did it. And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, people. This is probably gonna be the end of the stream. We're gonna wrap it up here. Thanks for hanging. Hopefully you had a good one. A lot of people came through, which is nice to see. Thank you for watching. Let me see. Do I know anyone who's currently live right now? Let's check. Let's see. Twitch.tv. Do I know any current streamer peoples?
Hey, it's not too late. You can,
who did that?
You
Who
can
followed?
leave now. You can unfollow. You can make it out.
Who
while you still have
followed?
a
Dante.
chance.
Dante from Monster Train. Thank you for following. I appreciate it. And hey, listen, not to self promote too much here.
Too late. You can.
But if
leave
you
now.
want,
You can
and
unfollow.
also
you can make it out
Soul
while
Guard
you still have a chance.
with an extra A. Thank you for following as well. Hey, listen, if you guys want to know when streams are happening, maybe you should follow. If you're watching on YouTube, by the way, hi YouTube. Maybe subscribe so you know when streams are happening as well. I would appreciate it, but whatever. If you know, it's no big deal if you don't want to. We made the ring 4 this time at least. That is true. We did get twice as far with Little Fade this time, huh? Very true. Very well. Luke, good timing. We're ending the stream. It's Jover now. But Toasty's playing Pokemon though. Let's try to find like a Monster Train person. You know, I've been watching Mr. Jimmy Poopins. He seems like a pretty cool dude. Let's rate him. Let's rate Mr. Jimmy Poopins. His name is hilarious. That just on its own is enough, I think. And I think, you know what? I feel like a guy named Jimmy Poopins probably understands the Cock Sunday vibes. Tragically, I don't think he's multi-streaming, so I can't send you over there via YouTube raid. So you guys will just have to, I don't know, maybe go watch a cool Monster Train YouTube video or something. I don't know, but have a good one. Flash raid. Jimmy, is it ready? Like underscores? Yeah, let me double check that actually real quick. Hold on. No underscores. I think I spelled it right. Let's see. Hit the raid button. It is the right person. Okay. And also important. I think next stream is gonna be hopefully tomorrow. I guess. Probably 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. That's very important as well. Bye bye. Have a good one. See you later. YouTube chat. They're gone. I sent them away. You're my favorite. Goodbye.